Honestly, this song is called Cosmic Blunt. And so I just had to hear what it sounded like, team. So my bad if it's some kind of different music right now. I had to hear what this song sounded like. It's a good name. It's a good name, you know. Hey, what's up, Stock? What's up, Robert? What's up, Klaus? What's up, Hyder? Yeah. It's alright. It's not my favorite song, to be honest. We can vote on some new music if you guys want to see it. But yeah, we got SCKT popping up here, gapping up from 146 to 376. We got ZDGE, which is moving a little bit. DOGZ. BIMI. BIMI looks good. This is a recent one. It's gapping up from 203 to 245. So we're going to watch BIMI here as well. It looks solid. Let me go ahead and make my watch list today. Wait, where'd it go? There's got to be a way to make, like... Where'd it go, man? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. There it is. Yeah, so my watch list right now, BIMI, SCKT, ZDGE, obviously. What else do I got here? MRIN maybe is on my list. GLBS, SAVA, SAVA, COPS. And that's about it. I mean, I don't see anything else. If you guys see anything else that looks good, let me know. This is about what I got right now. I'm going to put it up. Hey, what's up, bro? Appreciate the sub, man. Welcome, dude. Oh, man. Guys. The YouTube followers and just people, traders are fickle, man. Traders are fickle, bro. There's a few things that I'm going to talk about today. This song's not that bad. I don't hate it. Yeah, that's a good name, Luke. You can't hate on a good name, you know. What's up, Tom? Traders are fickle, man. That's what I'm learning today. The name of the game is Traders Are Fickle today. Traders are funny, man, because, like, so we got this one trader, right? And he's a supportive trader, right? This dude is like, yeah, my system and my strategy is kind of inspired by beginner tradings, right? By John at Beginner Trading. So he's a supportive dude, right? But I'm in a few of these rooms, and it's like, I'll make a video about the same system, right? Back testing it, talking about it, right? Nobody will say anything. People will just hate on it, right? And then this other trader will come out and be like, yeah, this is my system. And everybody will be like, ooh, ah. And I'm sitting there like, and he'll even be like, yeah, I got it from John at Beginner Trading. And like, they'll be like, oh my gosh, it's such a great system. And it's like, dude, that's my system. Like, that's my strategy. Like, that's the strategy I've been teaching and back testing for like 3 months now. Nobody said anything then, you know? But just because I have a following, it's literally just because I have a following, right? Literally just because I have a following, people hate on it. It's weird, man. Traders are fickle. Traders are fickle. I gotta learn to ignore it. And like I said, the dude's supportive. I'm not hating on the dude. The dude's supportive. Good dude, you know, supports the content. Obviously, you know, he's using the strategies. But man, people are fickle. Just because you got a following, people are butthurt and weird. Just crazy. But yeah, this is my watch list right here. You know, this is it. We'll see what happens. But this is my watch list. That's right, Ricky, you know. Whew, kombucha's gross in the morning, guys. Kombucha's gross in the morning. Ugh. But yeah, we got BIMI ripping up. Whoa, what are y'all doing in here, man? Whoa, y'all stop. Hey, whoa, y'all back up, man. No, y'all back up. What are y'all doing?
Saying goodbye.
What are y'all doing?
Bye.
No. Man, my kids come running in here like a bull in a china shop, man. I gotta slow them down a little bit and say, whoa, you know, y'all chill out. Sorry guys, those are my kids. I'm not sensitive. Listen, one thing you'll notice about like content creators in general, right, is that content creators will use stuff like this to create stories about. Like, right, like I'm just giving content for the channel. Like I'm just making content and stories for the channel. It'll be alright. I'm not even like upset about it. I'm just kind of talking about something on stream, you know. But if you want to say I'm sensitive, that's okay. Like I said, all I'm doing is putting out content. And so, that's all I'm really doing. But yeah, we got BIMI gapping up. I'm watching it over $2 right here is right around that previous closing price. So if this one gets hammered, I'm going to keep an eye on $2. Above us, though, we do have some confirmed levels at like 250, 235 even. And so we're watching those two levels. We're going to keep an eye on those as well. Up here, we got like 270. If it starts to break that, we can look at like 275. I'm going to look at the daily chart to see what's happening here. This is a more recent move. We do have some levels here that we could watch to play off of from this huge candle here, maybe like 375 or so. But, you know, whether we get there is definitely up to question. Right. Y'all are hilarious, man. Sorry, but my kids ran in here and they were like, I think what my kids were actually doing is I think they were racing in here, right? And they were like shoving each other out the way. They were like, you know, pushing each other out the way, and I had to be like, whoa, y'all chill out. I had to get my dad voice in here for my kids, and so I apologize. You know, I had to go into dad mode real quick. All the dads in here, y'all know how it goes. All right, so today, guys, today I'm $130 away from hitting $1,000 on my Top Step Trader Combat account. We're gonna try to hit that today. Hit 1,000. I should have made it in my thumbnail, but you know. We got ZDGE, which is very small range here. This one's finally gapping up to over 220s. I think 210 is the high of the last year. It's right underneath this, and so I think that'll be a nice little resistance level that we can watch, this 210 level here. I think it's a big level. We also have, obviously, the whole dollar of 2 here for ZDGE. All right, I got to change some of this music. I'm just not really feeling it. Alright, I can kind of feel this. We'll see how the beat drops. A little offbeat, but I kind of like it. Yeah, we got DOGZ. Gap it up from 161. So we can watch like $2 here. We can watch $2.50, $3, $3.10. Yeah, right. Kids coming in here like a bull in a china shop too early in the morning. I'm sitting there trying to power through my kombucha, which is terrible, you know, by the way. But oof. Yeah, and we're watching like BIMI, obviously, making some strong big moves. What I'm really looking for is like volume right now. EVK from yesterday went absolutely crazy. Yesterday was my first losing day in 2 weeks, which is why, to go back to the strategy that I was talking about, like that another trader was using and talking about in other rooms and chat rooms, and like I said, all the traders in there were like, "Oh, what a great strategy! What a great trader!" You know, and I'm sitting there like, that's cool, you know? Like, I mean, it's a photocopy of my strategy that you got from me, but like, hey, you know, good for you. But with all that said, using that strategy, yesterday was my first losing day in 2 weeks. I haven't lost in 2 weeks, except for yesterday. And it was a $5 loss, a small loss, but it was a loss. And so I did lose yesterday. The green streak is effectively over now, and I'm gonna cry about it. I appreciate the sub, Andrew. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the love and support, bro. John's gonna go dreads and start wearing beaded necklaces with all that kombucha. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go turn into if anybody remembers the movie Bedazzled, I'm gonna turn into the sunshine guy in Bedazzled. If you know that reference, you know, you're a real one. But yeah. We're also watching MDGS here. This one's kind of setting up for the crossover. I'm going to watch it. The moving average crossover. Well, really, it's a mix of both of them, right? Like, the system that I'm using, if you guys haven't noticed it, is a mix of both of those strategies, right? So what it does is it combines the red to green move with the crossover, and the big thing is that you have to look for like extension away from the VWAP, and so like extension like this is necessary in that system to where I haven't had a losing day in 2 weeks up until yesterday where I lost. But yeah, the important key factor here is that it has to be extended away from the VWAP enough to where when it does the crossover that there's still some range in between here, because I'm trying to get out before we hit the VWAP. And so, yeah, so I'm trying to get out before we hit the VWAP, and so there needs to be some distance away from the VWAP. And this is, like I said, this is something I've talked about in every one of my videos, to where one of the key factors in trading this crossover red to green move is looking for that extension away from the VWAP, because a lot of the time stocks just get hammered at that VWAP level. And so we're just going to get out before the VWAP. Even if it runs sometimes, a lot of the time it's just going to get smashed at that VWAP, and we're just going to bail out because we don't want to attack that. So that's what we're doing with MDGS. SAVA, another one. Hey, yeah, hit that like button, team. Overpower the haters. You know you want to. Everybody's doing it. But no, what I guess my overarching point that I was trying to say with saying that is that people get so weird with people like me, right? Like, and I'm not trying to, like, focus on the haters. I just kind of got hit with a bunch of it this morning. Like, some other guy was like, point is, anytime you have a following in your views, and you get views, and your videos get views, and you have, like, a following anywhere, people are going to naturally just be butthurt and criticize you. I think the very common saying goes, haters gonna hate, and it's accurate. You know, it's super accurate. But yeah. BIMI falling back down. Let's go ahead. Whoa. What was that? Did my stream die? a... that's extension below the VWAP, Paul. So like what we're actually doing is we're looking for extension below the VWAP. Like we want to see the stock open up noticeably below the VWAP. Like it needs to open up. Like we need to get a nice rip and then a big pullback to where there's some extension away from the VWAP, and then we want to see the red to green move as well as the crossover. We want to see the red to green move and the crossover, and that's when we're jumping in. And like that's really what we're focusing on, and so that's all we really want to do and hit is that, you know, if we can get that, we're fine. Let me see if I can find a good example of it from like yesterday. What was yesterday's stock? It was what, SKT or something like that, right? No, EKT. Yeah, it was EKT, man. I typed it without even thinking about it. EVK. It was EVK. Nah, this one didn't do it. I mean, it kind of did. I mean, we got some extension away from the VWAP as we open, and then look, you got a rejection there. It's hard to explain. I'll have to show you some more examples if I can find some. But yeah, basically, we're looking for extension away from the VWAP at the opening bell, because again, a lot of the time, here's a good example. Here's a perfect example. It's a little bit late in with regard to like the time frame that this is actually going down in. And so here it is, right? So this is what we get. It's not the perfect example because it's late, right? So ideally, we'd like to see this type of move in the first, 10 minutes. And so let's just say this was the opening bell right here, right? This was the opening bell. We get a red move, we break highs, we get a green move, and at that same time, we get the crossover play. And so we're jumping in right here. And you can see right after that, volume starts to roll in. And again, the key here is that we have that extension away from the VWAP, because look what happens when it gets to the VWAP. It gets rejected some. Sure, it eventually ends up pushing up and breaking these highs and like running up big, but like I'm not trying to bank on that, and I'm not trying to hold through those pullbacks. And so all I'm trying to do, if this was the opening bell, for instance, is take advantage of this range. Like that's the range I'm attacking. The range in between the VWAP and that previous high of the day where I enter, and we also get the crossover set up right there. That's all I'm really trying to do. It's a little bit confusing. I do have a bunch of videos on it if you guys want to take a look, like explaining the full system. And that's not the perfect example because it's a little bit late relative to where it actually opened. But still, I use the 26 and I use the 12 and the 26. I use the 12 EMA and the 26 SMA is really what I use it for. But yeah, we're looking at DOGZ. Let's go ahead and start looking up the catalyst and the news for it. And like I said, for what I was saying this morning, I'm not hating on anybody. Like, the guy that's actually using the strategy and the system that I'm using in the other room is actually very supportive and, like, gives me credit, right? It's the other people that are just weird, where it's like, if I say it, they hate it. But when somebody else says the same strategy, they love it. And it's just kind of, it shows kind of the dynamic between, like YouTubers and how people hate followings to a certain extent. But yeah, SCKT. We're going to look at this. This is Socket Mobile. This is Socket Mobile, and they are up on heavy volume after reporting a profit jump, but with an asterisk. The maker of barcode scanners reported a more than quadrupling in the third quarter profit, and this is all quoting here. Although they did warn that results weren't complete and subject to goodwill impairment. And so we'll see what happens here. They reported a jump in profit for SCKT, and this one's ripping up strong here. It has a float of 4.66 million, a very small float. We'll keep an eye on this because of that. It's got $3. We're keeping an eye on $3. We got $3.50 here. We can watch for $4 as well. And then we got $2.40 down here as well that we can look to attack. So like $2.40s, and these are the levels that I'm keeping an eye on. We'll see if they actually start to look in play or not. ZDGE, is also gapping up here. I think I already drew some levels that I'm watching for this one, but we're gonna have to see, and we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. This one posted a better than expected fourth quarter EPS and sales results, and so it's gapping up nicely because of that. So good fourth quarter sales results for ZDGE. We got DOGZ as well. DOGZ gapping up from 160s to 210 here. They are up after the company announced a partnership with Haiwan Pet and Chongai Trading. What? All right, so they are a developer and manufacturer of smart traditional pet products in China, and they announced an affiliate Dogness Network Technology recently entered into a strategic partnership with another company. So a partnership for DOGZ. We'll see what happens. It's a pet stock. Pet supply stock, I guess. We got CLPS here, looking okay. I really don't mind this one. This is looking all right. We got $5 as a support area that we can keep an eye on. $5.50 up here, and then the pre-market high is really all I'm kind of looking at. $5.75 for that $0.25 pre-market high. Actually looks solid here. So we're watching those. What do you think about this music, man? I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Yeah, no, less than that. Free mind. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this music. It's kind of new music. Oh wait. Alright, yeah, we got CLPS here. Let me see if I can find the catalyst for this. I kind of like this one. This one's kind of dope. Alright, this is up after the company reported EPS and sales results that are up. EPS and sales results that are up year over year for the second quarter of fiscal year 2020. So good sales results, good EPS that is up year over year for this company. SLDB. SLDB is looking solid, and here's one that is a good example of kind of some extension away from the VWAP. We need a little bit more than this, but we are having some extension for SLDB away from the VWAP, so it's one that we'll pay attention to for sure. This is Ultragenics and Solid Biosciences are announcing a strategic collaboration to develop and commercialize new gene therapies for Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Solid to receive up to $40 million in upfront via equity investment and up to $255 million in milestone plus royalty payments for this strategic collaboration for SLDB. So we'll watch this one here. We'll keep an eye on it. Watching 450. Here's a great example. So Paul, if you're still there, brother, this is a great example. We have some extension away from the VWAP. Right? This is what we're looking for. We're looking for extension away from the VWAP like this, and then we want to see a red to green move and a crossover simultaneous to both of them simultaneously. So we can also look at SAVA here, SAVA. This is Cassava Sciences, and they're higher after Cantor Fitzgerald initiated coverage. That's about it. I don't see any other catalyst here for this one. So just coverage is being initiated by a firm, and so we'll see what happens with SAVA. I'm watching it. It's a little expensive for me, to be honest. BEST ripping up. EVK was a big mover from yesterday, and it's being very volatile this morning, but we do have some extension away from the VWAP for EVK, and this is something that we can pay attention to and focus on here as well. I don't see any catalyst for this one today, but it must have had something yesterday. Not seeing any specific price news to justify. Okay, so yeah, this one ripped up. Pump and dump. If you guys want to know what a pump and dump is, this is what a pump and dump is, team. This right here. If you want to know what a pump and dump is, this is it. All right, this is a stock going from $1 all the way up over 600% to 676, and then back down to 250 in pre-market, and then back up to 350. So this is just a pump and dump, man. No news. Very sketchy. Obviously, it's just my speculative opinion for EVK, but we're going to watch it. I mean, hey, it's kind of setting up for the crossover. If we can get If we can get something that moves there. Oh, wait. Am I too hyped for this vibe? My bad, guys. Here, I'll put on some hype music instead. Nah. Sometimes that coffee hits me just right. You know, and today's that day. If you guys want to see, don't judge me, but this is my cup today. I might be drinking my tea out of a car's thermos. Don't judge me. Alright, but if people are saying I'm too hyper, let me calm it down a little bit. Let me relax and drink my tea out of my children's thermos. That's good. That's good. Alright. I gotta mellow out a little bit, you know. John, before trading starts, I got a question for you. Is it a good move to buy a farmhouse or a duplex? Oh, a family house or a duplex? It depends on what you want, brother. It really depends on what you want, man. Yeah, so like, if you're looking for an investment, you know, it depends on how much money you have. You know, and it depends on what the real estate is like in your area, like with regard to pricing specifically. So like, if you're looking for a buy and hold type of investment, go ahead and buy yourself a duplex, man. Or if you're talking about a buy and hold investment, buy the duplex, I would say. I don't know, the pure speculative opinion, number one. If you're looking to buy something for your family, it depends on your personal preferences, right? Like if you, like with a house, you gotta keep it up. Like my house is a money pit, man. Like I've had to dump money into this freaking house, and it's a pain. But this house is a money pit, and so houses are expensive. And so if it's for investment purposes specifically, buy the duplex, bro. If you got a big family though, you know what I mean? Like you got, you know, over 2 kids, the house might be more reasonable. You know, it really just depends, man. You know, if you're talking about just the duplex, like just one side of the duplex to live in, it just depends on your money situation and your family size and your personal preference, because a condo or a duplex or an apartment is going to be noticeably easier to live your day-by-day life in, but you know, they usually don't appreciate as much as you know, a family home. This is my advice for you. Hey, what's up, Emma? Good morning. Hey, it's okay, Emma. You know, y'all are over there where my distant relatives are. You know, my last name is London. London. I've got the most British, the most English last name ever. You know, my ancestors came straight out of Great Britain, you know. But yeah, we got EVK. We're watching it. It's falling. We'll see what happens with this one. KTOV, MAT, XCUR, YY. Yeah, ZDGE, guys, is starting to make a push up here. Look at ZDGE, it's up to 260s. We're gonna keep an eye out on it. Hey, y'all remember to hit that like button, guys. Let's bring that like number up to over 100 before the bell. Whoa. Let me know what you guys feel about this music, man. Oh, damn. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I am gonna hit 1K in profit. Live. Yeah. All right, team. Let's do this, guys. Yes, sir. Hit that like button. Let's bring that like count to over 100. Look at ZDGE, guys. ZDGE making some moves here. I really got to change. Somebody told me to get rid of my market sell and just sell by the asking price. I gotta switch this around. There we go. Hey, yeah, like I said, guys, we got 60 likes in here, man. Y'all are slacking today. Y'all hit that like button. My feelings are personally hurt here. You know, as who was it? Robert? Who said it? As my man Robert said, I'm sensitive. Y'all hit that like button. Do it now. Everybody's doing it. Y'all know y'all want to. All right, we got some piano in here. I can feel it. Oh, wait, I got this backwards. Yeah, y'all are right. I do have this backwards. For sure. I got this backwards. Get out of there. I need to buy the ask. Or no, I need to buy the bid. Or no. No. I need to buy the ask and sell the bid if I want to get an instant fill. We're going to try it today. We're going to try it. I need to buy the ask, sell the bid is what it really is. Yeah. Look at ZDGE. 1 minute pullback. Hammering up. Hammering up. Do it now. Jazzy, yes sir. I like Jazzy. Or yes ma'am, I should say. Trader T, my bad. About to have my man Hand over there get mad at me. I can feel it. All right, but yeah, this is the market news. ZDGE making some big runs here. It's getting a lot of volume for a Friday, and so we're keeping an eye on it. Look at that; it's all the way up to 287s here. Strong moves, big pushes here for this stock. All right, sorry, I'm kind of reviewing some new music today, team. Let me know how you feel about it. I gotta add this one to my list. I like this one. All right. I didn't swing trade yesterday. Everybody's doing it. Hit that like button, T. Do it now. Here. Look at me. Look at me grinding up here. Hey. These are some great results here. Look, these are my results, team. This is it. I'm doing things in this competition, you know. Look at my results here, man. Look at that growth. at that growth, man. Look at that. My worst day in futures. My worst day was $110. Like in profit. Like I haven't lost any day in futures. So my worst day was 110 with only making $110. Oh. And so I am up currently. What we got today? Nothing too crazy. All right. I'm currently up $876 in this account, and we're gonna keep pushing it, trying to hit that $3,000 profit target. And so let's do this. ZDG up to $3 now. Anything else moving that I missed? SALDB, I know we talked about. We're gonna watch this one for the crossover because this one is kind of setting up. Again, we do have some extension away from the VWAP, like noticeable extension away from the VWAP. DOGZ, looking good. SLDB. Ooh, man, ZDGE though, guys. Is this a Christmas song? It's October, man. I like Halloween. Like, y'all stop. They need to stop it. With my Boston accent, man. They need to stop it. Why are they playing Christmas music in October? And I love Christmas, but like, come on now, man. Get that out of here. It ain't time for that yet. It depends on what your strategy is, Dorian. Alright, so, but yeah, look at ZDGE. Watch this pre-market high up here at 340s. Alright, so the SPY is up today, it looks like. Let's look at a 5-minute chart. Yeah, SPY is up today. We actually had a really strong push yesterday. Let me look at the market news itself here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and read the ETF preview. Honestly, guys, I did not even look at I did not even watch the debate last night. Like, I don't even care, to be honest, at this point in time. Like I'm so tired of politics, man. But I didn't even watch the debate. Like, I think Trump will probably win the election. I'm not saying that I want him to win at all. Because, like, really, I'm pretty neutral with it. But I think Trump probably is going to win the election. So whether that's good or bad for you, I don't know. But I think that's probably what's realistically going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and read this, and this is quoting from MT Newswires. It's a quote. This is on the overall market. You can see the SPY itself is up, and it says, quote, stock futures were pointing to positive territory in the pre-market trade following the overnight debate between President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden. The debate by both candidates for the presidency was relatively civil, resulting in few market catalysts. On the economic calendar is the October PMI composite flash that is out at 15 minutes after the bell at 9:45 Eastern, with pundits expecting a 54.2 reading above the 50 marker that separates growth from contraction. And so we are showing growth in the PMI composite. The Baker Hughes domestic oil and gas rig posts at 1 p.m. And among other stuff, we have INTC, which is Intel, is down almost 10% after it reported an adjusted EPS of 111 in third quarter, which is in line with the consensus estimate, but down from 142 a year earlier. Revenue is down 4% to 18.3 billion, and so watch Intel here having a big drop in the market itself. In energy, we have the Dow Jones U.S. Energy Fund is inactive. Ring Energy, which is REI, said it agreed to sell its institutional investors an $18 million registered direct offering priced at the market. In commodities, we have crude is up 0.6%. The U.S. Oil Fund is 0.1% higher. Natural gas is down 2%. The U.S. Natural Gas Fund is up 2%. Gold is up 0.5%. The Spider Gold Trust is up 0.2%. Silver is up 0.7%, and the iShares Silver Trust is up over 3%. That is the market news today, guys. We have a little bit of a bullish day following the debate last night. Like I said, who do y'all think won? Because I have no idea. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch 1 minute of that debate. I tried to watch the last one, and I felt dumber immediately by doing so. Bro, is Forex trading? Is it? Is it? Is it is Forex trading? No. Is it my phone? I just lost it at the Christmas music. Hey, bro, they tried to slide that in there. Not today, sir. Not today, you know. They're trying to slide that in there, sneak that into my playlist. I ain't having it today. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Gregory. Welcome, man. Appreciate the sub. Y'all hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. Everybody's doing it. I don't know why I'm so hyped this morning. I really don't know. I literally just woke up. Maybe it's the coffee. I did take a mighty sip of this. That's plausible. You know, don't judge me, I guess. Yeah. What else we got today? Team? Hey, we need like what? Like we need 16 likes. Guys, 16 likes. Don't be stingy. Hit that like button, you know? We're gonna watch SAVA here. My favorite ones right now, just to show you guys, for number one, is that ZDGE is not even looking back. Somebody said stop this thing, and I kind of agree. This thing is way too extended right now for me to trade. But hey, we do have that level right here at 330s. Keep an eye on that. We got best here, not looking like the best. We got MDGS. This is probably my favorite right now for the potential crossover. And again, what you'll notice is that we do have that extension away from the VWAP that we're really targeting here. Like when I backtested this strategy like months ago, one of the things that I backtested was how well the crossover system worked relative to the VWAP, right? So like if it worked better when stocks were above the VWAP, if it worked better when stocks were below it, and if it did for either one of those directions, by how much, right? And one of the overarching conclusions that I found when I went over and tested this strategy is that stocks that are extended away from the VWAP on the downside specifically have a much greater chance of success with the crossover itself. So like with the crossover, stocks that are extended like this away from the VWAP on the downside just work way better. And this was something that I tested 3 months ago, 2-3 months ago. So we tested this one months ago, and that's the overarching conclusion that we got for it. And it works super well. Like I said, yesterday was my first losing day. Yesterday was the first day that I ended red in 2 weeks straight. And so it works for sure. Usually what I find myself getting into, like I usually have anywhere between like 66% accuracy, like 2/3, all the way up to like 80%, 90%, 100% accuracy some of these days. But again, I have to be very strict with the system and the setup, and so I need this extension away from the VWAP. So MDGS is one of those ones that we're watching. With all that said, though, I wonder what the shelf is like, and I might ask my man Two-Way over there if he can help me out with that. Alright, we also gonna have my man Eric coming on today. We're having Eric on the stream today, so let me get him in here. What did I just do? I pressed a button. And my gap scanner died here. What happened, man? Man, I gotta exit out of all this too. Hey, I appreciate the sub. This is too much. That's good enough. Hey, thank you, Donovan. Hey, welcome, bro. I appreciate the love, bro. Welcome to the team, man. Thank you for hitting that sub button. All right, let me get Eric in here. I settle sometimes, Wretched, for sure. It just depends, man. Like, I settle sometimes. Hey, what's up, Eric? You there, bro? Here, let me adjust the sound real quick.
Hey, what's up? Good morning.
What's up, man? Good morning. Let me see.
How's the audio?
I think the audio is probably. Let me fix it real quick. I might have to turn it up a tad bit. Let's do an audio test, guys. Testing.
Testing the audio.
Yes, sir. Let's see. That should be good, I think. I'm starting to learn the levels that work the best.
Gotcha.
So what's up,
How
man?
you doing this morning, dude?
I'm doing all right, man. Yesterday was my first red day, and in 2 weeks in penny stocks.
Man, I was almost with you. I had a rough day yesterday. I was playing what was the stock? It was EVK, right? And as maybe you remember, I don't know how carefully you were watching it, but it had a couple very notorious flushes.
See, I wasn't really. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember the flush at $5. The $5 flush.
There were a couple hard ones, but actually, so the one I got in, it happened at I think 492, and I tried to do a micro pullback because it was like testing a halt level, and I was trying to get a micro pullback off of the halt, but whenever I joined the bid, I guess the bid came back up to like 492, so I got filled like at the very top of the flush. And then I ended up selling like very, very quickly, and I only took like a couple cent loss on a small share size. And then I tried buying back, but it flushed harder than expected, so I took like a nearly, I think it was just shy of a $100 loss. I know that the worst point yesterday, I was down like $120, so it was rough, very rough.
That's a big loss for you too.
Yeah, it was a big loss, but I did finish the day positive $40 in the end.
Nice.
Which, I mean, it's fine. Like, I think for the week, I'm currently sitting at like $406 roughly. So as long as I just have another base hit today, we'll be good.
Yeah, that's solid.
This has been a completely base hit week, no home runs or anything.
Yeah, for sure. I showed my stats as well in Discord yesterday. These are my stats for the challenge, the Top Step challenge. Yesterday, I only ran at 56%, which is the lowest accuracy.
I saw you're only like $100 away, yeah?
Yeah. I'm like, let me see. Yeah, I'm $124 away.
There you go.
Once I hit that, I'll hit $1,000, which is cool. That's a goal. And then, I think a lot of these challenges with the Top Step funded account program style of thing, I think a lot of it is just basically building up profits and then using that profit to give yourself a little bit more of a cushion so you can take some larger swings. And I think you might have to reset once or twice, but I think when you think about how much you're going to get funded and all that stuff, I think it's noticeably worth it, in my opinion.
So are you going to try to complete the challenge today? Is that the goal?
I'm definitely going to try to hit 1K, but my profit target is 3K. So, I'm still a ways away. Looking at the overall, trend, though, we're doing okay, and I have to hit 3K because I have the second step up. So I have the 50K account on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have to do 3,000, not 1,000 profit.
Right. And so, which should be fine. I figured you have to trade a minimum of 5 days anyway. And honestly, realistically, if it was just 1,000, I would just kind of swing for the fences and reset if I needed to. I would just keep resetting, and I would just take in 1 day, basically, I'd try to hit that. And it might take me resetting once or twice, but I think I would probably just hit that and then kind of coast the rest of the way if it was only 1,000. With this, though,
that is kind of one weird thing about Top Step or not. Sorry, which is it? Top Step trading?
Yeah, it's Top Step. Yeah.
That is kind of one of the weird things too, right? Because you could trade like a really large size, and if you're doing a really large size, all it takes is one win. So
right.
If the idea is to vet who you're allowing to have like a funded account, it feels like giving them access to that so much capital or allowing such a small goal is kind of counterproductive for what they're trying to do.
Well, what they really do is, so they have an initial profit target, and then it's what's called phase one of the combine, they call it. So there's two phases. There's phase one, where you have to hit the profit level, and the way they kind of get around just taking a big swing is you have to trade a minimum of 5 days. So you have to trade. You can't just take one big swing and make it. You have to trade a minimum of 5 days. But once you pass the first stage, they make you do a scaling profit target, I think, right? Or they make you do a scaling something to where they basically verify whether you just did it in one big swing or not. They make sure and they confirm that you're actually able to trade is what they do. Let me see the second. There's phase one and phase two. Phase one consists of let me see. Yeah, so phase 1 consists of a profit target, minimum days, and then phase 2, there's a minimum day of 10 days total. So you have to trade at least 5 days to hit the original profit target, and then they want to see you scale up with your sizing consecutively, like in a pattern, right? They want to see you slowly scale up every single day until you have to trade for a minimum of 10 days. And so they vet you pretty well, I think. But there's a scaling plan, and with that, you build or lose equity. Your buying power is going to increase or decrease based on your end of the day P&L. And so also the maximum number of contracts under the scaling plan is not going to increase. And so they bet you okay, I think there. That's my trades.
Hey, real quick, can we test something real quick?
Sure, what's up?
Let me know if you can hear me in just a minute.
Sure.
Were you able to hear me talking right there?
No.
Okay, cool. I have a mute button on my microphone, and then there's some services where even if you click that mute button, it won't actually like mute you through the service. So I'm just trying to like test and figure out if it works on Zoom or not.
Oh, right.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I have a snowball, or not a snowball, Yeti.
Yeah, that's what I have too. That's exactly what I have. So yeah. I have the Yeti Nano right now, and I got to be honest about it. It's a worse microphone than the Snowball.
You think so?
It's a worse mic, man. At least for me. Like, I have this blue Snowball, and I have this one that I used for 2 years. This blue Snowball right here, and I bought a new mic, and you know the Yeti that I bought was $100, so it was almost twice as much as the Snowball. And
yeah, snowballs are like 40.
What'd you say?
I think snowballs are like 40. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it might be over that. Yeah, for sure. And I assumed that it would be a better mic, and it just wasn't. You know, there was an echo. Anytime I edit videos, I have to use the Snowball mic. So I literally have both mics because the Snowball mic still works when I edit videos. And so that's what I've been doing is when I edit, I use the Snowball, and then on stream, I use the Netty like now.
Real quick, there's one person that asked you if you could explain your crossover strat, and then there's one other question asking when I cut my losses. And I cut my losses as immediately as the trade goes against me because I don't know if you've ever seen me trade, but I play like pullbacks, whether it be a micro pullback, and I've rebranded one of my pullback names. I used to call it a intense or extreme pullback, but now I call it the bungee pullback because it's like bridge jumping with a bungee, you know, right, where like you fall really hard and then it has like a small bounce, you know. So right, now I call it the bungee pullback and the micro pullback. Right. And whenever I'm trading these pullbacks, if the trade doesn't like bungee up, then I'm out. Is how I cut my losses.
And I think that's a good setup too, because I see like just based off of normal stock movement, I see that kind of setup like fulfill a ton.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah, for sure. So somebody asking me about the crossover setup. Yeah, so my crossover setup's like this. So we look for a stock that gaps up nicely, like EVK here, and then pulls back some to where we get some extension away from the VWAP like this. So like this extension is key because it's a reversal setup, and a lot of the time stocks are just going to get hammered at this VWAP level. And so we look for extension away from the VWAP, and then at the opening bell, we look for the crossover setup. So like once the opening bell happens, hopefully we'll get what we want to look for to happen is we want to see this stock drop initially at the open. And so when the stock drops at the open, this moving average, the 26 SMA, is going to be above the 12 EMA. And then we look for a red to green reversal. So we look for a stock to drop initially at the open and then reverse and break that previous high of the day, basically the opening range high, the high of that first one or two candles. So we look for it to reverse and break that high, and then we jump in there as the crossover happens. So once we get the crossover, as the crossover happens, we jump in there and we scalp it up to the VWAP. Like that's the profit target, is up to the VWAP. And so we're only trying to take advantage of this range. Anything over the VWAP, we're not touching. So like that's the range we're attacking there, and it works super well. Like I said, yesterday was my first loss, my first losing day. I should clarify. My first losing day in 2 weeks was yesterday. But the point remains that it worked all the way up until yesterday, and you know it's been a very profitable penny stock. It's been the single most profitable penny stock strategy I've ever used, for sure.
A follow-up question to when do I cut my losses was, is it because selling at support would cost too much? And that's not really it. It's more that I'm buying, like, so the bungee pullback, as I call it, is buying a flush. And if you're wrong, right, if I buy in and it's not bungeeing, like, right away, it's very likely that it's going to keep flushing harder and lower, and I don't really want to find out where the bottom is while I'm in the position. So I'll just sell out as quickly as I can at a small loss.
Right.
And very often with my strategy, my losses will be around the same size. I pretty much keep like a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and then a very rarely I'll actually have like a big losing trade like yesterday. But I can almost always come back from it though, because one of those big losers can be replaced by 4 winners, and I keep a win rate above 90% on most days. So when I'm trading at like a 90% and a loss only accounts for 4 wins, it's
Right.
pretty easy to dig myself out of that hole. And
Yeah,
then
so-
the other question I saw, sorry,
Oh,
I
no,
just
you're
saw
good.
one.
You're good.
Daniel asked, who taught you the bungee pullback? I kind of self-taught myself everything. I traded every single day. I recorded every trading session, and I would review it after I was done trading. Like even now, I'm recording my my trading session, and it was just something that I like progressively built on and worked on until I found something that worked for me.
Right. And that's all that trading really is. You just got to kind of test and you know, mine for strategies, and you'll eventually find one. What I was going to say about Eric's setup is Eric's setup basically goes like this. Like he scalps very, very quickly, right? And so what
A
happens
second
is
or
like,
less, yeah.
yeah, and so he'll look for a major level, like just in this case, $3 is the major. We'll just use this as an example. Whole dollars, I think, work great. And so he'll look for a stock that's actually dropping like this. And what he'll do is he'll jump in right around the whole dollar, right around the major support level, and then catch the little micro bounce. Because even if it ends up flushing under 3, it's usually going to bounce like a little bit beforehand, at least a little bit. And so he takes advantage of that, quick scalp in and out on the bounce, and then moves on to the next one. I think that's basically it, right?
Yeah, for the most part, it's just these quick little bounces, and I do like oftentimes buy off support, but I don't always like have to.
Right.
It's always good, but like sometimes I can feel that it's going to stop before his support level, so I'll just get in there.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, and
but
it's... Oh, go ahead.
sorry.
You're good.
And then I don't know who was talking about the hard stop. I didn't see that comment. But if they want to see, like, get a better idea of what just Sean described, but in like real time, I have a channel, and it's the first link in the description, and you can like subscribe to it and then watch the video after the stream is over or something, and you
Yeah.
can get a better idea what it is that I'm doing.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's a profitable one as well. All right, guys, we
Yeah,
got
very
10
profitable.
seconds. Let's do this. Okay, let me get this ready.
I haven't been creating a full watch list, but right now I do have ZDGE on watch, so that is my current stock that I am paying attention to.
All right, guys, there's the bell. Let me fix this. There we go. That should be perfect.
CDGE is breaking a previous resistance level. It's only one like resistance from breaking pre-market high,
Yeah,
and then
looking,
it just collapsed.
looking at CLPS, if this one gives us the crossover, we might attack it. It's not quite the red to green move, but you know, we're still gonna consider it. Also, what was the other one I was watching? Was it MDGS? Okay, so MDGS is giving us that drop that we said we were looking for at the opening bell. So we did get the drop. I don't think it's going to drop enough for us to really get the crossover set up, unfortunately, though. So I'm watching CLPS here. MRAN is dropping some too. Looking at EVK as well, but I don't know if we're going to get the crossover here too. We're just going to wait for that.
Was EVK a multi-day runner? Did it gap up again?
Yeah, it gapped up today. It gapped up, let me see, about almost $1. About 70 cents is what it gapped up today. So, so yeah, it basically got hammered yesterday after the big run, and then it gapped up a little bit this morning, and then it got pushed all the way back down again. All right, so I'm looking at CLPS here, guys, and this is one that possibly might set up for the crossover play, maybe. Another one I'm still watching, even though we might not get the actual crossover, but we just might get the red to green move, is MDGS. So I'm watching
Take
MDGS.
a look at S. Take a look at SCKT.
Okay. Oh yeah, that one's hammering up. I think it's gonna get halted. Maybe not though.
I don't know, but I don't know what the halt level is, so it's hard to know. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, so it's all the way up to 440s. Huge rip up this morning. Crazy big move.
Yeah.
All Alright, so possible crossover about to happen for CLPS. The alert did pop up here. But yeah, there's a huge rip. Watch the whole $1.04 for SCKT. Alright, so we are rejecting here for CLPS, so never got the crossover, so waiting.
Oh man, I tried to take an entry on SCKT on that pullback. I didn't get it, but
Nah, no stress.
just gotta be patient. Yep.
Alright, so I'm watching MDGS here. We'll see what we get, but I'm gonna wait for it. Alright, I am in MDGS. Slightly down, but we got a little bit of time, and I'm just gonna jump out if I need to. So I gotta try to sell the bid is what I'm practicing with. Just a small trade, 100 shares.
Sell the bid or ask, you mean?
Sell the bid is what I really want to do, just because it'll
Oh, you're
actually
gonna
be
sell bid?
immediate. Yeah, just
Okay.
because it'll get me out immediately. Somebody suggested it, so I'm just gonna try it today.
Yeah, it does get you out immediately, but I guess it kind of depends on the spread, though. I guess
Right.
if it's like a 1 cent spread, not a big deal. But if it's like a 5 cent spread, that could be.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this one's not too bad. Oh, DOGS pulled a red to green move and just ripped up here, looking very strong. Alright, so we're getting a nice move here for MDGS. So hopefully I can hold and build up some strength and start to test like $3 maybe. Level 2 starting volume coming in on the level 2. I can watch the orders kind of add up here. It is weird, man. Like, I never thought I used the level 2, but like after watching it, you know, I realized that I do actually use it a consistent amount.
Yeah, and one thing I realized too about myself is I only look at the bid, but I guess that's because I'm entering on the bid, so it's really all that's important for me. I mean, occasionally I'll look at the ask on a breakout, but I don't like playing breakouts that much because.
Luckily, it was 100 shares. I'm out, $13 loss, but man, big drop.
On which stock? MDGS, is that what you were watching?
Yeah, this kind of goes. I should have waited for the crossover. It wasn't really the setup that I wanted, but luckily it was 100 shares, so less than $15. ZDGE is still ripping up pretty big here.
Quick
So we are-
$30 scalp on SCKT. In at
DBK.
in at 373, out at 379 on 500 shares. Man, imagine if I had just taken like 1,000 shares there, which would have been. That's why scaling up would probably be a good idea for me. Like
sure.
that would have been, you know, $60 instead of 30. But
Right. Yeah. Yeah, look at DOGZ, guys. That one is ripping up here. DOGZ. Huge rip. Huge squeeze. Yeah. 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 Big rip. Yeah, it's strong, you know. I think it's probably just my, yeah, I don't know, it's weird. Nice. Right. SCKT. Look. drop in SCKT. Right. Yeah, for sure. Oh, did it? Oh, it's probably because I didn't play. What?
Yeah, I saw really loud, volume is messed up, music and Eric is gone, music stopped, and then, yeah.
Are we good? Can y'all hear that? Really loud? So yeah.
Testing. Well, that was old, the comment. I don't know if that's, like, reflecting if you just did something.
Alright.
Music and guest are gone. Testing.
Alright, I got out of DOGZ. Scalped the move up. Made about $18 and 20 something cents. Caught the little 1 minute pullback.
Wait, is that live view or stream view? I have your stream on. I'm confused now.
Wait, what? Oh,
was
this
that
is
you?
me?
That was through Zoom, okay.
Yeah,
I got confused. Because I was trying to listen to your stream to see what was going on with the audio. And then I got really confused because I heard another John talking. I was like, wait, what the heck?
No, that's me. Yeah, so made a little bit of money on DOGZ. Up small on the day. We're going to look for some other stuff. So yeah, this was just a 1 minute pullback that we caught. This move here, 100 cheers. Beautiful 1 minute pullback. I've made a lot of videos on this strategy as well, which is just hammer style candle, strong move up, 1 minute consolidation red candle, and then a volume surge rip of the previous high, so forth and so on. So solid little scalp there. I'll take.
I did a $10 scalp on it too. Yeah, just a quick $10. Not great. I could have done better on that, but
yeah.
What did I get in at? I got in there on that candle right there. I got in at 21. It looks like there was a low of 18, so 3 cents off. Just gonna go lower. There it goes. Oh, I tried to buy that. Oh my god, I had an order at 294. What was the bottom? The low was 295. Damn it, dude. I was 1 cent off. 1 cent for my fill. Wow, that's so sad. Those are always the saddest moments when you're have like a really good order and then you get like 1 cent from your fill.
Yeah, those are super hard. Super frustrating.
I think dogs though is definitely the one to watch. Do you still have a lot of unsettled funds?
Yeah, I got some money.
Dude, dogs I think is the big one right now. I'm not seeing anything as good as dogs.
Yeah, it depends on what it does here. So we broke, I think that $3, in my opinion, like this level right here is so important, this 308 level. I think that level's so crucial that like it's gotta make it above there if I'm gonna long it at least. Just because it broke above the pre-market high and then failed it. Right now we actually have a big confirmed level at 282 though.
Man, I wish I knew the halt level. I'm so like, I'm always so hesitant. So I guess if I think it's 15% on a stock this price, or is it 10%? I don't know what the threshold is for the 15 to 10 difference.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think
it's 10% on a 340 stock.
Yeah.
So that would be 34 cents, right? If I'm not dumb.
You said it was 10% on a $3 stock. Yeah, it'd be 30 cents.
Yeah, 34 cents because it was 342. Wait, that doesn't make sense because it's at 289. I don't know.
Then it would be 29 or 2. It would be it'd be like 28, 29 bucks. Because 10% of 290 is 29. Yeah.
Man, SCKT is just falling hard. It's bear flagging too. It might just look to go lower. Let me see. What would it go down to? I don't even know if I'd want to buy it though at this point. Playing a 1G pullback, which is my new term, with where it would be like even a little bit risky on something.
I like it. I like the name. Good name.
Yeah, I do too. Someone in one of the other like Discords I'm in had a really funny comment. I want to go see if I can go find it. Whenever I talked about potentially calling it a 1G, he said something funny. I want to find it.
Yeah, it's fun to make up names. Like, it's not make up names, but like I've had a few strategies with the VWAP fade that I've had to kind of come up with my own terms with, and not the VWAP fade. Obviously, I didn't make up the VWAP fade, but I call like fake out fades. I call it one. I was gonna call one the London fade just out of ego, but I stopped myself. You know?
So this is what he said whenever I suggested, or whenever I said I'm gonna change the name of my pullback strategy to the bungee pullback. He said the bungee sounds good in itself, as in here comes the bungee. Did anyone else catch that bungee? Yeah. I'll be looking for a bungee here. The stock is prone to bungee, and then bungee up, bungee down.
Right. What a bungee, you know. Where's the previous bungee level, you know?
Yeah. Where are you gonna buy this bungee?
Right. Yeah, look, but as we're saying that, DOGZ heading back up here. I think the crucial level, BIMI, squeezing up big. We did get the crossover, and look at the hammer after this crossover. So it's not really my strategy for the crossover, but look at that squeeze, big squeeze.
I see some comments in the Discord saying KXIN halted.
Which one? KXIN?
Not something that was even on my radar.
Wow. That's weird.
Oh my god. That just exploded out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's strange, man. Interesting.
That's almost $1 move from the lows of this morning.
Yeah, that's weird, man.
I'm gonna stay away from that.
Yeah, I feel you. I get it.
I like things that, and I'm sure that there was probably some sort of like catalyst or news that affected this change. I just don't like trading things that explode like this out of nowhere, or what feel out of nowhere, because I don't really do any catalyst like news research and stuff.
Yeah, I look at catalysts like some, but like not a huge amount to where, you know, not enough to really focus too much on it. I'm in BIMI with 100 shares here.
BIMI.
Yeah, BIMI. And we're going to keep it pretty tight, just 100 shares, and we're going to see if it can hold over this 250 level, and then start to push back up to those highs at 255s, and you know, so forth and so on. But I'll jump out very quick if I need to here.
You know, one of the themes I've been feeling with penny stocks lately, or like small cap stocks, is that the morning will be very, very strong, but it will die out quicker than ever. Like the life of these stocks have been so short lately. At least that's my perspective.
Oh, for sure. And this is why I'm scalping. Like, I just took half off here, and I'm making like $6 in this trade. But like, it's all right, because I'm just trying to listen. It's Friday. Somebody else had a good advice for everybody here. It's Friday, guys. Friday's sketchy. I'm gonna trade small on Friday. Thank you for the sub. Whoever subbed.
Did you see King of Falls donation?
It wasn't a sub. It was a donation. Hey, thank you, King, man. I appreciate the love, brother. You've been being very generous to me this week, man.
And what do you think of ITRM? Yep.
All right, I got you. Here, take a look at it real quick.
Wait, what happened to it? This is something where you want to know the news.
Oh yeah, this is definitely.
It just fell off a cliff. That fell like by 50%.
Yeah, it could be like an offering of some sort. Let me see if I can find this news for ITRM. But it's got a lot of room on the upside now. You know, we'll see. The company priced its upsized to $26.9 million offering is what this is. All right, so we are getting up here for BIMI.
One of the other things I want to mention too is with ITRM, if it can get above 60 cents, I think that this could be like something that runs really hard, because it gapped down from 96 cents all the way down to we're open at 61. So if it got above 61, that would be a gap fill. Very often whenever it enters that gap zone, it will fill it. So I would be interested. Like, I don't like stocks like this generally, but if it did manage to get above 60 cents, I would actually be interested in taking a position on it. And I don't even know if it would be a scalp position. I might actually do like a true long, which would be very, very unusual for me.
Yeah, it's an offering, so it's like, we'll see. You know,
what was it?
It was an offering, so it's a 26-point-something million offering is what dragged this thing down.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we'll see. You know, not my favorite one though, but it might push up. You know, we'll see. I think it's got a lot of room on the upside. That's, to say the least. But yeah, we are green today, guys. So we have had one red trade.
Nice.
So yeah. So I've had one red trade. two green trades. You can see this is my P&L. I am up a shocking $12, but hey, green is green, and I will take that all day. But yeah, so I
what was your big winner on? Was it the D-Dog?
Yeah, it was DOGZ.
Or
So
DOGZ,
what I kind of did here was I went long into the support. So like basically what we had here, and it's just a scalping trade, but like it's kind of like what you do, which is a strategy that, you know, I think is a very common scalping strategy, and I think the reason it's common is because it legitimately works. Eric's is definitely a little bit different, but
it has a little flair, like
right, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is like you do it in I think an even more profitable way, just based off of your system. But like what this basically is I was looking for a confirmed level, and so you can see this confirmed level. This is actually the level I talked about earlier when I was looking at it at 280. You know, we have multiple wicks, multiple top and bottom wicks, confirming right around this 280, 275 level in DOGZ. And this thing puts in a huge move, a big, strong move. And so what did I do is I bought on the pullback to 280, where that support is, caught the little bounce to 3, and got out. You know?
KXIN resumed, by the way.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, it gapped up, and now it's just kind of moving in a 40-cent range.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Big move.
40-cent range, too. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, I definitely, I was thinking about taking a trade on it, but I lowered my share size from 600 to 300 because I'm up, like, I think I'm like up, $40 on the day. And if I was red, I hate doing this to myself. It happens way too often, where I'll be up like half of my daily goal, and then I'll take kind of like medium-sized trade with a lot of risk, and then it will put me back down to like 0, and then I have to restart.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna not do that today. Or I'm gonna try to not do that today.
It happens, you know.
It's like the Eric special though. It's like I enjoy having to restart from
right,
0.
It's a challenge, you know.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're looking at some futures trading now. I tried to get this up so I could possibly catch a contract here.
And then Dogs DOGZ might be looking to push up to highs again, just across VWAP. Let's see if it does. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
I am in one contract in futures. I'm gonna try to put this up. I don't want to. I don't want to stop focusing on it because sometimes the key in scalping. Nope, missed it.
Is this your first future for the day?
Yep. And I'm probably gonna get out. We're letting it battle this whole dollar in the market. It really is just the market. And so we're battling a whole dollar now. There we go. There's the breakdown that we wanted. A little bit more. Come on. There we go. That should be good. Come on, get me out. We're gonna just mark it out. All right. So yeah, we nailed it. We got it. I don't know how much I made on it, but we called it. Made $20. But hey, green is green.
Green is green.
Yeah.
Oh man, that could have been such a good trade on KXIN. Oh, I didn't do it though. It's good that I didn't do it though. I think it's better to be exercising caution on a stock like this because all too often I'll play something like this, and making mistakes on it doesn't feel good. So I'd rather finish the day with my 100% accuracy and get my $100 slower than take a trade like this that would have just brought me to that trade right there would have got me $100 like on the day. But I didn't feel. I think that my like chance of success there, it only felt like 65%, which is kind of low.
Right.
I always ask myself when I'm taking trades, like, what are the odds that I succeed on this trade, in my opinion? And I generally like tend to trust my odds that I assign. And for me, it was not high enough. I think that's something that everyone should do too if they don't do it already. I don't know if that's like a common thing or not, but always be thinking like, what's the probability that this trade will be profitable? I'm always like considering that and think like I actually give specific percentages, and I only take it if I feel like it's very, very, very high.
Right, and I think that's a smart way to do it. And I think that I think that like that's kind of what I do with back testing is like I give myself like I know the very specific strategy, and then like what I do is I look to see how often it presents itself, and then if it does, then what the accuracy is like. It's what I did with the moving average crossover, and it's really, you know, people like I'm a big proponent of back testing because, you know, a lot of people will say, well, back testing doesn't work, you're looking at it in hindsight. But what looking at it in hindsight actually does is it shows you the favorable conditions for those strategies. So like with the moving average crossover, for instance, if I didn't backtest it, I'd probably just attack the crossover when it was like at or above the VWAP, because that's usually a bullish sign, but that doesn't work that well. And so what backtesting showed me was where it worked. And the crossover setup specifically works below the VWAP, extended away from the VWAP on the downside as a reversal strategy. Because if you really think about it, the crossover is a reversal strategy. That's what's happening. As the moving averages cross over or under each other, that signifies a changing trend, like a reversal. And so that would make the most plausible sense to attack the crossover there, and then to attack it extended away from the VWAP and let it reverse. And that's kind of what the beautiful thing about the backtesting is. If you guys want to check out more info on that class, like I actually backtested. Really, it's one of the most profitable, or it's one of the most engaged videos that I've done in the last half of a year, the last 6 months. This video has right now I think 15,000 views, and so yeah, it's definitely the most hyped up video I've done in the last year or so.
That's really good. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna send you something real quick too. I want to an idea that I've had. I just wanted to, like, you know, we can talk about later too if you want.
Yeah, sure.
But I think that thumbnail's like.
Huh?
Like I sent you the thumbnail. I think that I want to hear your reaction to it. I think it's gonna be funny. Do you like it?
Man. Yeah. Dude, it'll get views. You're gonna get views with
that's a like amazing thumbnail. I love it. I had that idea and I kind of like wrote it down. So there's an app called Notability, which is kind of just like a note-taking app, and I use it for my classes. I immediately was just like, I need to like kind of draw this out and then describe it to the guy who helps me with my thumbnails. My friend helps with the thumbnails, and he killed it. He like took what I had in my head and then made it better.
Hey, send me hit. You gotta get me in touch with him, bro, because I'll talk to you about it later. Even if you don't want to, I just need somebody. Oh, this is a good time. If you guys know anybody that can actually make like really good thumbnails, I'm in the need for somebody. Because I ordered one off of Fiverr, and this dude had like hundreds of reviews. And no offense to him, but it's just not. He sent me like what he sent me was something I could have done in like 3 minutes.
Will you show it? Either like to me or on stream or something. I'm really interested.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
I've never hired like. The only thing I've ever hired someone from Fiverr for is like that. Have you ever seen that? I don't know if you watch my videos, but did you ever see that like intro that was like the Eric Green and then it like transitions? You know?
Yeah. I think
it's
so.
Like that 2 or 3 second thingy.
Yeah, I think
He made that, and I thought it was okay. I only paid like $10 for it, so I wasn't like expecting that much. And I mean, I felt like it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, what he did was basically like it's just not. Like, as somebody that makes thumbnails every day, like I have to make these every day. Like I figured like if I started hiring somebody for thumbnails, I would, you know, it'd save me time. And so I went out to somebody on Fiverr, and it's just not that good. Here, this is it right here.
You're gonna do it on stream or Discord?
No, I just sent it to you on Discord. It's not bad. Like, listen, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, but that's like a 3-minute thumbnail.
Right, yeah, for sure. Like, I could do that in 5 seconds, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's just not good. Like, it's not bad, but it's just not good. And like, I need like a good thumbnail. Like, that's like, people don't understand. Like, if you have a channel on YouTube, what's gonna help you succeed? Like, your thumbnails are your funnel into your channel. Like, that's what's
I'm not kidding. The thumbnail.
views.
If anybody does YouTube, the most important thing is the thumbnail and the title. And I don't know. Like, I'm gonna try to like just not talk about it for that long because the market's open. I feel like people probably don't care.
Yeah, you're good.
But so like on my channel, I was having like multiple videos perform with over 1,000 views, and I was using titles like "I'm unstoppable with this pullback strategy." That was a title that I used on a day where I had 100% win rate, and then on the thumbnail I had like 100% win rate. That video got 2,000 views. Now the other day, so I've only had 2 red days this month, and both of my red days were last week. And then this week I went back to all green days. Like this week I've had all green days. So my last video I uploaded, I titled a small bump in the road, and then on the thumbnail was back on the right track. So it was kind of
No views.
It was more humble, you know, it was more humble than I'm unstoppable, or I can't lose. And then it got 300 views as opposed to 2,000.
Right. That's how it goes, bro. Like,
yeah, I learned my lesson. Just since I've only had 2 red days this month, just boast it. Like, if you boast about it and your thumbnails and titles, you'll get more views.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Here I'm in short on Emini, but you know that's how it goes on YouTube, brother. That's what I learned a long time ago on YouTube, is that it can't be a plain title, it can't be a plain thumbnail, bro. Nobody's gonna click it. It's unfortunate that it's like that, but like that's just kind of how YouTube is, I think, man.
Yeah, I had a lot of criticism, say like people asking, "Hey Eric, do you ever show your red days?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just don't have them that often." Right. And then I finally had my red days, so I was like, "All right, let me actually like indicate it in the like title and thumbnail and stuff." And
right.
Last time I do that, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. Unless I genuinely have like a red week. If I actually have like a red week, like of course I would show that. But
right.
like I'll have like 1 to 4 at max red days a month. So right. I can always have green videos and then just show a couple losing trades.
Yeah, for sure. Well, no, YouTube is like that, and you know it's just kind of the way it goes. Like I think. I understand being skeptical, and I think being skeptical is a good thing, right? But like the way to be skeptical is not just to spew like childish insults. Like that's not the way to be skeptical. Like the way to be skeptical is just to say, hey, you know, is this how it is, or is this how it is, or is this what it is, or is this accurate, or is this not? Like that's fine, and like I'm okay with that skepticism. But most of the time YouTube's not like that. Like I had a guy like this. Like listen, I had a guy like this overnight. Some guy sent me this. He said, "What do you know? Another know-it-all millennial regurgitating stuff, regurgitating stuff like he invented it." And this was a strategy. This was a strategy video on the green to red move. So it's a very universal strategy that everybody knows. You know, so like if he's trying to insinuate that he invented it, he certainly did not. Like that's one of the most universal strategies ever. And then it says, "Let me guess. You claim and brag to all your bees that you're rich and super smart too, huh?" And then D word, you know, which is, you know, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm sitting there like, bro, like we're just a free channel. Like I'm literally a free channel, and so what I tell him is like, look, I said no, I didn't invent. I said laugh out loud, no, I didn't invent the green to red move. Never said I did. I just explained my rules and setup for trading it. I also don't claim to be rich. Don't sell a course. The name of my channel is Beginner Trading, and I don't charge for anything. And then I was just kind of like, you seem insecure. It's gonna be okay, boomer, is what I said.
And by the way, to Ethan, neither John or I trade options. At least I'm pretty sure you don't trade options.
Yeah, not much. I trade them off and on sometimes, but like, you know. But I guess and I'm not trying to complain. Like sometimes I'll bring this stuff up and people will be like, stop complaining, or like stop bringing attention to it. And it's just kind of like, look, if I can't poke fun and troll my haters, like what am I doing here? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I mean, that's why Kyle stopped. Yeah. Partially, not completely, but it contributed.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's kind of how it sucks that it's like that too, you know, in YouTube. It really does. And so I jumped into options trade here, or a futures trade. I'm not really
another quick scalp, by the way. Just throwing it out there, $12. I'm just trying to keep like every time I trade and making sure I like share it, so I just don't like at the end of the day be like I'm up $200, then people be like, when did that happen?
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting a breakdown here. I'm in this futures trade. Come on, let's break down a little bit more. There we go. And I'm out.
Futures right now? You're in futures?
Yeah. I just been trading a little bit of futures. I am up about $80 on the day. Let me see, something like that. $63.
So 20 to go.
Yeah.
60 to go. 40 or 30. 37.
I'm at 940 right now, so 940.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Right. But yeah, but it is what it is, and I understand being skepticism, and I think traders should be skeptical, because let's be honest here, there's a lot of nonsense. There's a lot of fake traders. There's a lot of pretenders. There's a lot of wannabe gurus in the trading space, and it's just kind of how it goes, right? But there's also, like, highly educational people like Eric and I, or, like, you know, Two-Way, who we had on stream earlier this week. And so there's a lot of good traders in the space.
Wait, who? I haven't heard of that person.
Mordecai is what we call him. He's
Mordecai.
He's
Okay, I've heard Mordecai. I just didn't. What was the other way you called him?
Two-Way.
Two Way. So
Two
Two
Way's
Way
his
is
old name.
Mordecai.
Yeah, Two Way's his old name, so he changed it to
Gotcha.
Mordecai. I always call him Two Way because he's been supporting like viewer, member, mod in my chat, in my channel for years. Since my channel had 1,000 subscribers, he's been here.
I've heard him called Mordecai. That was the first time I think I've heard Two Way.
Right. Yeah. And but the point remains is that you got to be careful when trading, but you also you have to identify the people that are not like, you know what I mean, acting weird, and that are not like just kind of giving you bad info, and respect the people that are giving you good information, which is what I try to do at least.
One of the things that's really weird too, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but like I think I mentioned before, but I used to do like a lot of teaching and stuff. Like I've had like over 200 like students in quotations. And then I still occasionally will help people. I don't like do like one-on-one like where I spend like an hour going over stuff with them anymore, because I don't really feel like I have a lot of time for that. But I'll still like answer a bunch of questions. But then for some reason, there's a decent amount of people where the second they find out I have like a YouTube channel, they'll just completely stop listening to anything I say, and then like start like also hating on top of it. And it's just like, a moment ago we were chill, now you know I have a YouTube channel, and now we're like and now you hate me. I don't get it.
Right. It's kind of how it goes, bro. Oh man, I got squeezed out here. So I basically took a dive, and now I'm down $40. But no.
Ethan, real quick. Ethan said, "What do you use to day trade?" I know Robinhood stops at 3 day trades per week. That is not a Robinhood thing. That is an SEC, the Security Exchange Commission thing.
Right.
That's and then he said, "But I don't know of anywhere that lets me do more than day trades with a lot of money." There, and if you're living in the United States, which it sounds like you are, any brokerage that you use is mandated to enforce the PDT rule, which is what allows you, or which stops you from doing more than 3 day trades in a week. Right. So that's going to be the same across the board. What do we use to day trade? We both use Thinkorswim, which is by TD Ameritrade. And if you want, you can do what John's doing, which is he has a cash account. So instead of being like limited to 3 day trades a week, you are allowed to trade the cash that you deposit, and then every single time you take a trade, it's like T plus 2 days for the funds to settle.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure how that works out is you can spend half of your capital every single day, and then like so if I spend half my capital on Monday, then I'm pretty sure that capital is cleared on Wednesday. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah, so you can basically trade with a cash account and basically just wait for your funds to settle every day. So like you can use half of your equity one day, half of your equity the next, and that way you have plenty of money to trade every day. And that's basically all I'm doing here is that I'm taking half of my equity one day, half of my equity the next, and I'm just managing that equity to where I have enough to actively day trade. And I can day trade 30, 40 times a week. You guys see me trade today. I don't have over 25K. I have a cash account, but I can use half of my equity one day, half of my equity the next, and just basically there we go. All right,
Krishna,
I got out of my position.
A cash account is not a broker. A cash account is I think that's what you're saying, because you said cash account, a broker, ? It's not a broker, it's a like type of account. So you have your margin account, and like there's the cash account. So you can open up a cash account with any broker. It's just we use Thinkorswim because we like it. Yeah. And for Ethan, I think he was the person who earlier asked if you and I traded options. And something interesting about options and cash accounts, I'm pretty sure your funds settle in 1 day. I might be incorrect about that because I've never traded on a cash account because I'm over PDT. But I'm pretty sure if you're trading options on a cash account, the funds settle in a day. Definitely go and verify that I'm remembering that correct. But I think that's something that I've heard. And maybe John knows for sure. I'm not.
CLPS is ripping up pretty big here. It's testing the high of pre-market. It's at 580s here. So we'll watch this 580 level for CLPS. We're keeping an eye on it. I don't hate it. What was the question before?
If you're using a cash account and you're trading options, do the funds settle in 1 day? Because I think that's something that I've heard before.
I have no idea. For options, to be honest, I don't know.
Yep. So ITM Trading Room said I use a cash account and my option trading and funds are always cleared by the next morning. So it does seem like that is correct. All
right, there's the push, guys, for CLPS. It just ripped over 580, so y'all check that one out if y'all can.
Yeah, I'm watching CLPS. Good call.
Yeah. So yeah, that one. I don't know why my scanners were a little bit low there, but yeah, no. To go back to, so you were talking about how just as soon as people find out you have a YouTube, they get weird.
They get real weird.
It's so strange, bro. Like listen, like I'm not an influencer. Like, am I somewhat of like a public figure in trading? Somewhat, but I wouldn't even consider me that because like I don't think my following is quite big enough to try to gloat myself into thinking I'm that, right? But people get weird with YouTube channels. Like I said, I talked about it earlier. It was this other group I'm in, like this one trader, he follows me and he basically, like, he's basically trading like my crossover strategy, like extension away from the VWAP, red to green move reversal, break of the previous high. It's like a mirror image of my crossover strategy. And again, he's even been very open about being like, yeah, I got this kind of from beginner trading. Like, this is kind of beginner trading strategy. But it's like, if I post my videos or wherever, they get really weird. They don't say anything. They're not supportive at all for it. But if he posts his strategy, they're all of a sudden like, oh, he's a great trader. What a great strategy. And they're asking him questions and they're doing all that stuff. And so it's literally like, just because I have a following, they're like, nah, and it's like, even though he's very open and like supportive and like, yeah, I got this strategy from John, they, for some reason, they still like, they just get weird, So it's one thing I've learned from it is that traders get weird, man. Trading and the trading community get weird.
People love hearing some, like, on Discord and stuff. Sometimes people will like hearing what I have to say until they find out I have the YouTube channel, and at that point they're like, I no longer believe anything you're saying. Yeah. And it doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it.
Yeah, even if I operate a free channel that literally does not claim to be an expert, doesn't sell a course, doesn't sell a service, just does everything for free, talks about their trading, never claims to be better than anybody, they still hate.
Yeah.
But yeah, CLPS broke that high. It's sitting at 580 now. We're still keeping an eye on it. The pre-market high is right around that 580 level here. So it's like 575, which is also a $0.25 level. And so that's worth watching too. And we'll see what happens there as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for an entry on CLPS. I'm very carefully looking for an entry. Oh, I almost took 55. I very closely took 55, but I didn't do it because I had a little bit of hesitation. That's one of where I was actively deciding the percentage that I'm going to win. And by the way, one of the reasons why I really do encourage, especially if you're a scalper, to be actively thinking about what is the odds that this trade will be profitable is it because it forces you to be very conscious of what's going on. Sometimes I feel like it's very easy to get into not very paying attention. There we go. $25 scalp right there on that flush. I'm assuming you're watching CLPS right now.
Yeah, for sure. Huge
that
flush.
that flush right there, $25 off it. Easy. One of the reasons why I encourage people to consider percentages is it makes you be pay more attention to what's going on and start doing more analysis is what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Because sometimes I feel like it's easy to just turn your brain off and just start kind of doing things. Maybe that's just me, because sometimes I feel like I won't pay attention as much.
Yeah. MRIN is another one, guys. If you guys like MRIN, that one's pretty strong too. And yeah, guys, again though, we're just kind of hanging out. One of the things I really like about the channel that I have here is that I've tried to kind of make it not like a podcast, but I try to make it to where we focus on trading and we take trades live, but we also talk about other stuff, and I think that's okay, and I think a lot of people appreciate that. And even the other day, people were like, yeah, this is kind of like a podcast, this is great. And that's kind of what we're trying to do, is kind of makes it a mix of a podcast with live trading involved and stuff like that. And I think that that's one of my favorite parts about it, is that I can kind of sit here and just kind of BS with everybody. MRIN up to 3. Look at MRIN, right when I say it. Up to 350,000 shares traded in the last minute. It's sitting just under $3 now. It's at 290s.
Looking for another bungee on CLPS. I got to use my bungee. That makes me really happy.
The bungee trade.
Yeah, I get to look for a bungee.
All right. So we are up small here, getting ready to potentially short into another contract into the market. All right, so we are in with another contract here. $22s. I got out there, small loss, still green on the day, but I didn't like that move. Maybe if it pushes back up. I saw the level 2 orders building up here. So we're gonna watch it again, See if we can hold under 75 and then attack it again on that downward squeeze if we can. 77, 76, there we go. Oof.
And we're up to $77 right now. $77, 100% accuracy. Although granted, I don't think 100% accuracy on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
There we go.
4 trades. I've only taken 4 trades though, so 100% accuracy is probably like not that big of a deal. Because like I feel like when you take 20 trades with 100% accuracy, it's like good. But 4 trades with 100% accuracy is still kind of small. But I'm being very selective today, just so I can guarantee that I hit my goal. I'm not trying to do what I did yesterday and start from a $100 deficit.
Yeah, I was in this trade. I was up $50. I got to learn how to get out with limit orders, so I lost a little bit. I'm down $55 now. Really what we got is just the bounce at the previous closing price. So honestly, it was just my fault for not recognizing it. Here's the bounce that we got at this previous close, and we bounced directly off of it, like completely off of it. And so once I saw it bounce there, I had to get out, because if you look here, here's that previous close in the SPY right at 344s. And so we're down small on the day, but we'll come back and find something.
He said beginner trading. Can you explain what you mean when you say you see the level 2 orders build up?
Yeah, so basically I talked about it a little bit in Trader Mike's Discord actually yesterday, and I've never been much of a level 2 trader, but as time progresses, you kind of are able to identify price movement patterns in the level 2. It's really hard to kind of explain how you can kind of see it, and Eric and I have talked about it before, where you kind of get into somewhat of like a flow state with observing the level 2. And I think most of it revolves around orders building up. So like if a stock is having a hard time breaking over like a whole dollar level of say like 345, and then you notice below it, I'm watching the ask a lot of the time, but I don't think it really matters because I think they're all very similar. I'm watching the ask and the bid, but I think if you look at the bid price and you see at that 345 level, you see 344.99, 344.99, 344.99, and you just see like a big wall there, it's logical to assume that that 345 level is about to break. To where if you see it, instead of seeing that big wall there, you see instead like 344.99, 344.95, 344.92, to where there's less consistent orders at a specific level. It's going to break a little bit less easily because there's not that big there's not that big group of orders coming in simultaneous and causing it to push up, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain, but basically you're looking for like big walls of orders that are at a specific price, because that's usually going to give it the momentum, and you can kind of watch the flow of the stock adding up. It's hard to really describe, to be honest. And again, I'm not much of a level 2 trader, but that's what I see sometimes, and that's how you're able to kind of see, okay, look at the squeeze happening and look at the bounce back up here. So
After I take this trade, I want to add to that, but real quick, I'm focused on this trade, and then I'll like speak on that too.
Yeah, no, you're good. Alina says, hey John, was MDGS a loser for the penny system? No, it wasn't the penny system at all. So like what it was is it didn't actually cross over, and that was the one loss I've had today, and it didn't actually cross over at all. So like we never got the crossover, and I just got a little overzealous with it at the opening bell. So like we didn't actually get the crossover at all today. Like I got into it here and it just failed, and we never really got the moving average crossover. By the time it was open, it was already above the 280s, you know, so like it was already above the 280s, and the crossover setup wasn't there really for it.
All right, I think I'm probably not going to take a trade at this very moment, so I think I'm gonna wait. Maybe actually look at CKT. It's starting to move extreme again. Maybe I will have a trade opportunity. I'm just looking for an entry.
Yeah, for sure.
It kind of slowed down for a minute, but now it's starting to like pick up, and while it's picking up, I need to stay focused.
All right, I'm scalping a little bit here. I'm up $25 on the day, about $100 away from this price level, though. I really like to hit it. Just to show you guys, here I am right here at 901. I'm at $901 in profit, so we are very, very close. Hey, I got you, Propane, man. I got you. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, if you want the playlist here, it's right here. This is my playlist.
I would definitely, if you have capital left, I think watching SCKT could be a good opportunity. Maybe, I'm not 100%. But I'm starting to like very, very much like where this is going. Feeling a little bit of weakness. Coming a flush.
Alright, I'm in one contract of the SPY.
I had an order at 93, 393. It did no fill, but I timed the bottom of that candle exactly. Wow, barely no fill. That would have been an amazing big trade. Damn. That is one of the most frustrating things, but it does happen all the time, so I've gotten quite used to it. Whenever I'm constantly trying to time the bottom of the candle, whenever I'm buying the bottom of the candle and I'm buying on the bid, it makes sense why I won't get filled all the time, because it needs to tick down or stay at that level long enough for me to get filled. So very often I don't get the fill, but when it does, it's very, very profitable. And it's kind of one of the weird things about it too. The more precise you are, the more you get punished, because whenever I'm 1 cent off of the bottom, I get my fill more consistently. But when I exactly time the bottom, then oftentimes I don't get my fill because I got the bottom, you know?
Right.
So it's almost better to not be as precise, like to be close but not exact, which is a weird thing, because normally trading like exactly precise is a good thing.
Right, for sure. All right, so I'm out. I'm out of the SPY. I'm down $44 on the day. A little bit swingy. I'm not trying to push too hard because it is a Friday, and I'm already up to almost $1,000 in profit. So I'm trading very light and small, and I'm just not taking any huge swings today, if you guys can see this. And so we'll see how it goes, but I'm trying to not take too much risk today and just kind of managing what I have in my account so far, in order to not kind of blow the win that I've had this week.
Another flash coming. Below 380. Probably. Looking for a flush below 380. Down to maybe 365-ish area. Holding 380 pretty well. Got a small bounce off 380 up to 386. Still feels like it wants to break below 380.
Which one are you in?
I'm watching SCKT. I'm looking for a flush below 380. Still looks like it's going to break 380. Bounce off 380 to 382 again. It's bouncing off very consistently, but I think it's going to break.
Nice.
Bounce up to 386 again. This time it set a higher high off the bounce up to 388. Still feels weak to me though. I still think it's going to break 380, but it could hold, which is, you know, it coincides with the 20 EMA and VWAP. So, okay, we did get a successful bounce off, it looks like, but it could come back down and complete a bear flag, which would make the flush even harder. But it did hold that 380 level really well. It got tested very, very hard. And it managed to hold up. Watch it. It just breaks that time. That's hilarious. It fought a massive war at 380, and then the second time it came down, it just collapsed. It had no chance. That's funny. So we got the flush there. I bought it at 371, and I ended up doing a market sell instead of joining the ask, and the market sell filled me 0.0001 above my entry, so I pretty much gained nothing there. That's why I try to avoid using market orders, right? Because right there, that should have been a $12 trade, but instead I got nothing.
Yeah.
Because there was a market order. Like what is 0.001? 0.0001 times 600. How much did I really make there? I made 6 cents. So yeah. Market order got me 6 cents profit, whereas a normal join the ask limit order would have been $12.
Yeah.
That is the issue that I have with.
And that's what I really run into with my trading too, is that I get stuck taking dumb orders and just getting screwed on it. Hey, what's up, Kenny? Hey, Snap running like crazy again, James. Hey, what's up, James? Hope you're doing well, bro. Let me see. Yeah, Snap is going crazy. This is based off of the sector. Is this a catalyst-driven news, James, for Snap? James, bro, you gotta check out the futures market, brother. Yeah, Snap did good third quarter earnings on continued momentum from Tuesday. So yeah, they reported good earnings in the third quarter for Snap, and it is squeezing up pretty big. Nah, I'm not trading Snap, brother. Not really my style right now. Mostly I'm trading futures. Alright, so I am up like $7 here. I'm still trying to trade this breakdown in the market if we can get it, because I'm so close to that.
Is it too? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You're so close to the 100 what?
Yeah, so I'm so close to 1,000. I need $113 left, or $117 left to hit that $1,000 profit level. So that's what I want to hit today. But I don't want to push too hard.
Trade? Because you were at what, 60 before?
So I've lost. I've kind of swung it back and forth. I'm up like $7 right now. You know,
okay.
Today, specifically, you know. But this is what I'm basically trading right now. Like if we look at the SPY, this is what I'm essentially trading.
Is it too late to answer the options? I mean, not the options, the level 2 question from earlier, or is that past?
That's past.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no! Oh, you can answer it now. No, go ahead. If you're asking for yourself, go ahead. Yeah.
Because it's been like a while, so I feel like a lot at this point. It's kind of. But okay. So I think he was asking like, what did you mean when you were saying that orders are building up on the level 2?
Okay.
And
So
you answered that, and then what I was gonna say is. But you were also saying that you're not very much like of a level 2 trader. You do use it in your trading, but you're not like heavily relying upon it. Whereas for me, I actually do use the level 2 a lot, and I use it differently than I think you might, or even a lot of people do. So I have both of my bungee pullback strategy and my micro pullback strategy. I use the level 2 in both of them as the most important factor for determining my entry. And I use them the same way in both of my trading setups. And how it goes for me is I'm not paying attention to the bid size, the ask size, or the ask. I'm staring specifically at the bidding price on the level 2. And what's really important, if we think about someone like jumping off a bridge with a bungee cord, right? They're with a bungee cord, and they have a glider and they're falling quickly, or they're falling very slowly, right? They just kind of lie down. When they hit the bottom, it's not going to bounce. They're just going to hang there like limp, right? Because the cord isn't going to like rebound them because they didn't have enough momentum, right?
Right.
But if they jump off without anything and they're just like plummeting, right? When they hit that bottom, the bungee cord is going to like fling them back up, you know? Right. So what I'm looking for on the level 2 is to determine that momentum on the way down. If we're trading a stock that goes from 5 and we want to buy a stock at 590, the story about how it reaches 590 is important. If it reaches 590 by going 5, 499, 498, 497, 496, all the way down to 490, at that point we're not going to buy in because it doesn't have the momentum. The bungee cord isn't going to retract it back up, or it's not likely to. And it could technically, but like in trading, not in real life, but like it could, but it's not likely to. But if it goes from $5 to 490 and just like bam, like that's a lot of momentum. And if we know that 490 level is kind of a support level, or just a area that we expect it to bounce, it's going to bounce. So I'll buy in. So to me, what I'm using that level 2 is to determine how hard something is falling, because I only want to buy something if it's falling hard.
Right.
So that's how I use level 2.
And I think that's a smart way to kind of morph it in using your own strategy, right? Like, because like I think it's going to be subjective depending on the person and the strategy they're using. So James had a good question, or James said, "Hey, what's good with options?" And so with options, bro, options are like trader's dream world, man. Like they really are. Like if you can trade mid and high caps and you can trade the market's momentum, options are super profitable. Like I've built up this $1,000 in equity, and this is a challenge account, so I'm attempting to be funded as a proprietary trader. And so I am going to be biased towards this platform because I make a commission if you guys sign up. Number one, I do want to make that very clear here that I am going to be biased, obviously, in their favor, but it should be understandable. But at the same time, like, trying to be objective here, I think that it makes a lot of sense because there's no PDT rule. Most options trading are going to give you a decent amount of leverage, and you're just trading momentum. And so, like, on this platform, there's no commissions as well. There are some fees, but there's no commissions, and, like, there's a lot of benefits. Like, this is the cheapest funded account program I've used. It's like $130 if you use my 20% off link. And basically, you got to prove yourself as a trader, and they fund you, right? So, like, if you can prove yourself, there's different packages. The cheapest one is like $130, I think. But if you can prove yourself as a profitable futures trader, and you can hit their profit targets while following the rules, they really fund you $30K for the base one, right? Which is plenty, with instant settlement with options as well, which is another benefit of options. But you're basically trading the Emini, which is just the SPY. Like, I'm watching the SPY as I trade. Like, that's all I'm doing. I'm looking for this momentum, which there's plenty of. You know, you can see how well the SPY, like, as long as you can find a security or, you know, a type of futures contract that is maintaining a trend like today in the SPY, it's just a very profitable market. And I didn't trade futures for so long because I was a little intimidated by how they were, but like, really, you're just trading the market. Like, you're just trading different markets. And so with the E-mini, which is probably the most popular futures contract, you're just trading the SPY itself, the S&P 500, whatever you want to do. I look at the SPY, but if I look at the E-mini specifically, it's going to look exactly like the SPY. You know, this is the E-mini today. So it's doing exactly what the, hold on, let's wait for it.
Tesla's at $400. I'm sorry, that just was like so shocking. I saw someone, Economy Exchange, say Tesla crashing hard. I pulled up Tesla's chart, and oh my god, I might buy myself some Tesla to swing, because that's like, this is some cheap Tesla.
Yeah.
That is some cheap Tesla. I'm gonna buy in right here with like, maybe 10 shares.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, Tesla? What?
Yeah, 10 shares on Tesla. It
Yeah.
kind of fell like pretty hard. Actually, I'm gonna only do 5. What is 5? That's $2,000, right? Yeah, $2,000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Okay, there we go. 5 shares of Tesla. We're in, baby.
Good luck. Good luck.
I mean, it's
But
at 400 and off. It's been doing this a couple times over the last couple of, like, I think last 2 months. And every time it does it, it rebounds up to like 425. So.
All right. Hey, good luck, bro. It's Tesla. We call that the dragon around here.
The dragon.
Yeah. But no, James, there's the link if you want to check out futures. Like I said, it's a funded account program. It's kind of like TradeNet, or it's kind of like some of the other ones, except it's noticeably cheaper, James. So this one is like less than $150. You can try to prove yourself as a trader, and you shouldn't be intimidated by futures. Contracts are the only difference with regard to like sizing, right? So it's like one contract, they go by ticks in futures. And so like the E-mini, which is just the SPY, every tick up or down, that's $12.50 in profit or losses. If you have 2 contracts, that's $25 in profit and losses, and so forth and so on. And that's really the only difference between trading the actual market itself versus futures. Sorry, Eric, go ahead. I know you're in Tesla, huh? Let me see.
Oh no, I was just saying, I'm letting people know I bought Tesla because this is really low. It always rebounds, it seems. And this is a very, very discount price. Like, look at that. It went from 445 to 407 in 2 days. I don't really like swing trades in general, but this seems like a Bungie multi-day pullback if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I'm gonna put $2,000 in. What's the worst that can happen?
I'll never ask that question, you know. But you'll be alright. It's a small size.
Knock on wood.
It's a small size.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, you'll be alright, I think.
Yeah, it's $2,050 in my account, so that's like, yeah, that's a small percent. I don't know. I don't even know what the small percent is.
Yeah.
2 divided by. Oops.
And so yeah, for all those trying to look at futures, this is futures trading right here. So if I sell one contract, and you can go long or short, which is why I love it, and I think it's like trader heaven. You can go long or short, no commissions, no PDT rule, open almost 24/7, and you're basically just trading the S&P 500. And so if you can basically trade momentum from the stock market, if you could trade mid and high cap momentum, you could trade futures. Like, that's basically what futures trading is. It's just trading the SPY with the E-mini, or I can check out, you know, crude.
Wait, real quick question. Well, sorry, I interrupted.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Go
I'm really
ahead.
bad. I just saw a question. I saw something in chat that really interested me. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm just gonna say Blow.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Below said, Tesla play, that's crazy to me. Why is it crazy? I know it broke trends, but I mean, Tesla's a good company, and this is some discount price, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Tesla, I don't know, but Tesla's a good company.
I'm up $8 already, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Killing it, you know?
Yeah.
But no, like, Tesla's a good company, but it's also been getting hammered up. Like, the last year, Tesla has gone incredibly high. And I'm not saying it's not going to keep going, but Tesla's been up a huge amount the last year, like, huge percentages. And then they did the split, so it's a little bit cheaper now. But that's just because they diluted it a little bit. Let me see.
I mean, I think Tesla's a great long-term hold, though, too. Like, I wouldn't mind holding Tesla for 5 or 10 years, or even longer, even.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's the future of cars.
I think it's, like, the future of energy.
Right. Yeah. I love Elon, man. Elon's the OG gangster, man. You gotta love him. But yeah, we're green in penny stocks. I'm still watching a few, but like, one thing I've noticed with me and my own style of trading is that if I'm green, if I'm up on a Friday, I'm usually hanging it up, you know. SNES is moving some because Fridays are usually noticeably dull and slow and boring, so.
Oof.
BIMI got hammered here. I'm still watching the SPY. I'm determined to break 1K in profit today.
I'm determined to do my 100 too. Oh,
yeah.
By the way, are you done with penny stocks? Or because if you're not, I'm gonna keep calling them out. But if you're done, I'll stop calling it out.
I mean, I'm probably done, but I know a lot of people in the chat would still love you to call them out. I bet. You know?
SCKT is doing some things, you know.
Yeah.
I still need to make another $17 and then I can be done. I think I'm actually really close to the 500 a week for the week because I know I don't have to make it because I think I can make like 90 something and I'll be at 500 for the week.
All right, I'm in one more contract, so you can see every tick up or down, it's 1250 in profit or losses, guys.
Dude, I want to get into futures. I don't want to like do it as my main trading source, but I think it would just be really, really fun to experiment with.
Oh, for sure.
I already told you though that I got denied. I got denied because I put moderate experience instead of like saying I was very experienced, which I have done.
I mean, it's a new market and you gotta learn it. Like, I just lost on that trade. I'm still green on the day, but lost on that one. At this point, I'm just watching the SPY to see if it maintains this downward trend. But as we start to break above it, really, futures is all about trend identification. I'm gonna have a video I posted this weekend because, like, regardless of what I'm still green on the day today, but like, I've looked at my overall results and like, this is my results so far. Like, this is my results from this past month. Which is since I got started in futures. You can see I've maintained a 65% accuracy rate. And this is a demo because it's that funded account challenge, so it's going to be demo. But this is my results so far in the challenge. Maintaining 65% accuracy rate, but this is my graph. Like, people can say whatever they want about me as a trader, but a 65% accuracy rate in my system is certainly profitable enough to grow with. Especially considering it's my first time ever trading futures. I've never traded them prior till this month. But look at this graph, and this is what it does. So like, you can see the graph.
What led you to get into futures?
I don't know. I mean, I think somebody suggested it on stream. But like, this is how profitable they can be. Like, look at that graph. Like, this is my profit graph. You know, without fees. And so, you know, this is my profitable graph with fees, but very profitable scalping system. And people, like I said, people can hate, but like, numbers don't lie. And like, you know, if you know trading, like, this is a profitable system and I just got to keep going with it. But we should be able to grow in no time, but that's what we're focusing on now. But yeah, let's do this, team. We should have this, honestly.
Jessica said, but yeah, was there a strategy there on Tesla? It looks like you just placed a trade on a whim. Yeah, I 100% just placed a trade on Tesla at 410 with no analysis whatsoever. I just know that Tesla's worth more than that. That's why. I believe in the company itself.
But that's analysis, though. You know?
I've been wanting to get into Tesla for a while. I just don't really like the idea of buying up at 440, 450. But the fact that it just fell like $35 in 2 days gives me really, like, I don't even care if this goes below my entry. I don't care if it's down to 390 tomorrow because I'll add more tomorrow. I believe in Tesla as a company, and that's why I'm trading it. It's not like a short-term, like, I mean, it could turn out to be a short-term play. If I get up to like a couple $100 profit on this, I'll go and sell it. But I believe in Tesla, which is why I took the trade.
Yeah, but that's analysis, like understanding the sector and understanding the stock and being able to identify, hey, this stock is cheap. That's a good system as it is. So we're shorting into the SPY here, only holding one contract. I'm just anticipating a rejection here, but we're getting a big push up. We're trying to be patient with this. We're down $50 on this one, but we're still green on the day slightly. All right, down 25. We just need a flush under 345s here, so let's be patient and wait for it. We'll give it one more second.
Free Mind said, so buy tomorrow, don't trade like that. Well, you don't know if the price is going to go down to 390. But this could be the bottom. This happened multiple times. It's happened multiple times. Okay, so you're saying it's a gamble. But here's why I don't think it's a gamble. The company itself is a great company. And if you take a look at the price 2 years from now, right? This stock isn't going, like, whether you bought in at 410, 420, or 430 isn't really going to end up mattering that much, because Tesla 2 or 3 years from now is going to be way higher than it is now. Right. And whenever I see a dip opportunity, like, I'm 100% just gonna get in. Right. You know, man, people don't like my Tesla trade at all.
Yeah, hey, you know how it goes though. You trade mid and high caps. People that are short biased are gonna call you, or are gonna hate on it. People that are long biased are gonna hate on shorts, and it's just kind of how it goes, man.
Yeah, ITM Trading Room said blue chip stocks only go up in the long term, and then like something like Tesla, which is innovative, especially, you know, like it's definitely, I'm not worried. I'll just say that I'm not worried at all.
All right, we're in one contract about break even now. Let's see if the SPY can tank here. There we go. We're break even. There we go.
Wait, Freeman, I'm not telling anybody to take a Tesla position. I'm just saying that Tesla's a strong company, and I'm buying in at 410 because I believe in the company.
Yeah.
Guys, don't take positions on Tesla.
Man.
That's my advice now. Never trade Tesla.
Yeah. Free mind, man. I'll say this, and try to be objective and listen to what I'm about to say, okay? Nobody knows what Tesla is going to do. Like, nobody knows, like, you don't know what Tesla's going to do. Nobody does. And so insinuating that it's a bad trade before he gets out of the trade just shows, like, don't be desperate to criticize, man. Like, one of and I'll say this, one of the main indicators of a naive, new, young trader is somebody that thinks that their way of trading and that their way of looking at trading is the only way. If somebody acts like that, my mind immediately goes to, this person doesn't understand trading, you know? And so what you would understand is that even though you may disagree with the trade he's getting into, he's not telling people to buy Tesla. He's just saying he's buying it. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, he's allowed to do that as a trader. And like I said, people that get mad at you for just having a specific view on a stock are usually people that are new and naive to trading, because those are the people that really need to overcompensate from that insecurity by criticizing other people, right?
Hey guys, in chat, don't guys be in chat, like, don't be mean to Freemind too. He's just expressing an opinion.
Right, like, for sure.
Don't call him a scared trader. That's not very nice.
Right, yeah, we can all keep it respectful here, but that's my, like, try to listen to what I'm saying, because I see people all the time that people will say, like, oh, that's a bad trade, and then I'll make money on it, and then they say, oh, still was a bad trade, and it's like, look, you can think it's a bad trade, but it doesn't mean it's a bad trade, you know, because in the end, nobody knows what's about to happen, and as long as he has a plan, which he does, then it's not a bad trade. You know, he might be wrong, he might be right, but it's not a bad trade if you have a plan with it, you know. Bad trade is subjective. So, you know, criticizing somebody for a bad trade, you know, don't be desperate to criticize.
And we can leave it at this too. Freemind, I've never expressed that I was a professional large cap trader. I've always said that if I'm a professional at anything related to trading, it would be specifically scalping small caps. And people have asked me in the past to give an analysis on larger cap stocks, to which my answer has always been, I am unqualified to give an opinion on that because I don't think that I have enough experience.
Right.
Now, I don't trade large cap stocks that often, but Tesla is one of the companies that every time I've ever seen a dip on it, I will buy it because the company in itself is like such a great company in my opinion. And I wasn't telling anyone in the chat to go follow me in buying Tesla. I was just saying that Tesla has fallen significantly in 2 days, and that I think I'm going to buy into it. And one of the other things too, when you're trading large cap stocks, especially something like Tesla, which has like a huge like market value, right? Like a valuation, it has a very high valuation. Everyone says its valuation is too high. There is going to be there's a lot of liquidity and like volatility. This stock, out of like all of these stocks that are out on the New York Stock Exchange, are probably one of the ones that are most heavily traded by institutions and algos. And for that reason, I don't think that there's anyone in this chat who would be able to accurately predict what's going on with a stock like Tesla because there's so much institutional buying. You know, like whenever they say 75% of the market's volume is traded by institutions, it differs by stock to stock because on these small cap stocks, you know, I believe there's more retail buyers than institutional. But on a stock like Tesla, it is definitely up there for like the institution to retail ratio is very high in institutional favor. And when you're trading against something like that, like all these algos, I think it's kind of pointless to try to apply some sort of in-depth analysis, technical analysis. I think it's better to just see, hey, this is a great company. It's fallen significantly. I think that this is undervalued. I'm gonna go for it. And you know, it's up to 412 now. I got it at 410, so I'm enjoying the trade.
Yeah.
That we'll leave it at that. I'm not a professional on large cap stocks. Never claimed that I was, but Tesla's a great company, and that's why I bought it. Someone said that EVK is going up.
Yeah, for sure. What I'm trying to say though, and I'm gonna say this. Let me fix this here. Yeah. In the end, I mean, the cool thing about being, you know, a YouTube person like me is I could just really easily just do this. And then I'm gonna follow it up with, so in the end, traders that desperately need to criticize other traders like Freemind here are usually very young, naive traders that need that type of validation in their life, right? And so you'll see people like this all the time that like come onto the stream and they just desperately look to criticize people, right? Like it happens all the time. Like I said in that post though, the traders that do that are usually very young, naive traders that don't really understand the market, but like they need that type of validation in their life, right? And so what that does is that presents itself with people like your boy Freemind here, who, you know, posts about crazy, ridiculous gains without any proof, criticizes us for whatever we're doing here, and just doesn't really add anything to the channel. And so with all of that said, we're just gonna ban him and move on with the day. It's just gonna keep it easy. I've never seen him before prior till today, so it's not like he's a long-time member. So don't get upset at me for banning him, but yeah, he's out of here, you know. Yeah, for sure. I can see why he took the trade, because the Tesla, but how good a trade is not determined by its outcome, but by your plan and execution. Yeah, for sure. And I didn't mean it by like some people criticize me for a trade. I guess my overarching point of that discussion was that trades are subjective. Good trade, bad trade is subjective. You know, I might consider something a bad trade, somebody else might consider it a good trade, and somebody else might consider it a good trade, and I might think it's a bad trade. It's pure subjectivity. Like that's all it is. Like it's opinion based. And so I guess the overall point is like coming to a stream and criticizing for a bad trade before you know the outcome doesn't really mean anything. It's just subjective, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll move on.
I only have a couple dollars left, and I hit my daily goal. I got 15 more to go, so I need to just find one more trade.
Yeah, the market is being crazy volatile right now. I've been trying to trade it, but man, let's see. All right, I'm in with one contract here. I'm still green on the day.
Levy Blackburn says, "Do you guys have everything planned and ready to go, and then just make stupid decisions as soon as market opens?"
Sometimes.
I don't think you
For
can.
sure.
Like, I don't really ever think I plan out like what I'm gonna be doing in the market open. I generally just kind of react to what's going on.
Sorry, I'm $5.30 away from the $1,000 level. I'm so close.
Dude, we're both so close. We both
my
just
God.
have a little bit left to go. I have 15 and you got 5.
Yeah, my daughter makes fun of me, guys. What you guys just saw me do is my happy dance, because every time I make some good food, I go like this. My daughter makes fun of me all the time. I'm like, yes, you know. And so that's my happy dance. I'm so close. Yeah, it's Eric's fault, Kyle. We're blaming it on Eric, you know. Yeah, the stock bar shit is subjective, though. Right, exactly. No one's upset about it. He's claiming he makes 35K. And he doesn't even offer anything. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, if he was an OG member and it was like a, you know, respectful criticism, then it'd be fine. Like, it's okay. But, like, just saying somebody's taking a bad trade without explaining yourself, it's just, you know, it's just trolling, really, is all it is. So we ban trolls here. Alright. Alright. You guys ready? I'm kind of nervous because I'm only $6 away, so if I blow this...
It's like what if you have like a really bad trade and then you have to restart?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I just want like a little...
daily gains.
Yeah, I just want a little baby scalp. I'm up 118 bucks on the day, you know. But, yeah, quick scalp. Yeah, we're gonna try here. All right, we're in one contract. Come on. Ooh, here. I did it! I got it. I made a little $13 gain. Hey, we broke it. We broke $1,000 this week.
Hey,
we're at 50. Yeah, we're at $51,003.50. We did that. Yeah, we did that. And like I said, I mean, hey, I don't even think this is correct because this. I know I had a few good trades after this, but yeah, this is not correct. So we got this. So we did it. I'm hanging it up. I think I'm hanging it up today. I don't know, but we did it. We nailed it. Yeah, as soon as I saw 1250 one tick, I literally scalped just one tick there. Like I said, if anybody wants to be in this Top Step program like I am, I'll post this link. Hey, thank you guys. Yeah, $3. Hey, I'll take it, man. Like I said, it kind of shows. In the end, here's the truth, right? People can say whatever they want about me, Eric, as traders. The reality is our results speak for themselves. You know, like people could say whatever they want, but like when we look at the grand scheme of my trading, or the grand theme of my trading, not the grand scheme, this is what my system gives me right here, you know. And you can, you know, people can say whatever they want, but numbers don't lie. And like this is coming straight out of the platform I'm using. And sure, it's a demo account because it's the combine. I'm trying to get funded, and so it's the challenge account, right? But you can't argue with these stats. You can't argue with these results, you know. And no matter what anybody wants to say, numbers don't lie, team. They really don't.
Numbers don't lie.
You know.
That's gonna become my YouTube banner.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie.
Right. For sure. Because they don't. In YouTube, people can say whatever they want. They can hate. You can't argue with the facts there, the stats. The futures platform, Kenny, is Top Step. It's kind of like TradeNet in a way. It's a funded account program. basically what you do is you have to prove that you're a profitable trader, and then once you prove you're a profitable trader and you follow their rules, like there's different packages. The base one you got to make like 2K. The other ones, you got, mine I have to make 3K, so I'm only a third of the way there, but it took me a week to get here, which is great. But yeah, so point is, once you prove that you're a profitable trader, they fund you. The base one you get 30K, mine I get 50K, so I'm working on getting funded as a proprietary trader. And I think regardless of whether you're new or old in options and futures, specifically, regardless of whether you're experienced or a brand new trader in futures, I think it's going to teach you how to be a better trader. A few of the rules are that you have to be flat on major earnings releases, and they don't try to sabotage you. They tell you exactly when you need to be flat. And so just to show you guys, they do have a calendar that we can look at, and it tells me exactly when I need to be flat. Here's the calendar if you guys can see.
It tells me exactly when I need to be
flat.
flat. And real
flat.
quick, Kenny, I am not Trader Mike. I am Eric Green. I am in the Discord, but I'm not Trader Mike.
Yeah. People think I'm Trader Mike too. I had a literal sponsor, email me and say, "Hey, John," and they were obviously talking about me. They weren't talking about Trader Mike because they referenced my YouTube channel, but they called me Mike, and I had to be like, I'm not Mike. Everybody thinks I'm Trader Mike just because I promote his Discord, and it's a great Discord. I love all the guys over there at Trader Mike's, but I'm not Trader Mike.
I'm gonna say this: out of every Discord I've ever been in, Trader Mike's is by far the least toxic one I've ever participated in. Everyone is so nice.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, there are so many toxic Discords, and it's nice that this one is like really, really cool. I definitely recommend, guys, if you're not in Trader Mike's Discord and you want to be in like a trading community that's actually nice,
right.
Trader Mike's is it, like for sure.
Right.
Like I have a Discord that I have that's pretty inactive, and I promote Trader Mike's and not mine.
Right. That's kind of me too. I mean, mine's kind of active. Like we have people, like we get probably like 30, 40 chats a day in mine, but like mine doesn't make sense to be super active because at the opening bell, everybody's watching me here. So it's like nobody's on Discord because they're watching me here. So it doesn't make sense for me to be active, to have a super active like open in my Discord. But yeah, here's Trader Mike's if y'all want to go check it out.
Yeah, Trader Mike's the man.
Super active too.
Yeah, very. Dude, I love Trader Mike's Discord.
For sure. Yeah, the way I met Trader Mike is that he came to my Discord and he actually asked. He was like, "Hey, can I post my Discord link in your Discord and you can post yours in mine?" And I was like, "Okay, and sure." And my Discord was not active at all, and so he posted mine.
How big was his Discord at the time?
It was like 2,000 people.
Okay.
But it's still super active relative to mine, which had like 3,000 or something. And so he posted mine, and I got like a bunch of new members, like a bunch of people, like 20 plus new members. And then I posted his, and he got like 4. And I felt bad about it. And so I was like, hey, hey, bro. I was like, look, I do a live stream every day that gets like, 200 to 500 people there live every single day. I'll shout you out tomorrow, and then I shouted him out. He got a bunch of subs and a bunch of members, and then we just kind of started working together that way.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Relentless?
I joined this Discord, or I joined Trader Mike's Discord through an invite Kyle sent me. He said, "Hey, you should check out this Discord," and I was like, "Okay, cool, I'll check it out." And then I joined, and I was like, "Damn, this is so much better than the other Discords I'm in."
Yeah, for sure. I think Warrior Trading stream just ended. Yep.
Oh, I think
you can always tell.
A while ago, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. So their stream just ended. You always tell we get a huge rush of people that join.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which we did. Like now we're almost back to 200 people here. Fridays are usually slow, and so that's just kind of how it goes, I think.
I wish you could host other streams like how you can on Twitch.
Twitch, yeah, that would be dope.
Like that would be really, really cool. Yeah. That would be really cool.
So yeah, guys, if you're just now joining us today, I am up $127, running at 66% accuracy. Honestly, my system is so consistent. It genuinely is consistent, man. My stats are very consistent with this scalping system. Like, it just works. Like, it works well. It doesn't need a super incredible high accuracy rate. Really, I'm running between like 65 and 75% accuracy on average, but that's certainly enough to profit big. And here's my results today. Not the best day, but it made 127 bucks. It's pretty consistent. If we look at my overall month of trading, running at about 65% accuracy on average, and that's over 174 trades total. So good sample size. I finally broke over 1,000, and I think this is actually excluding some of my last trades too. So we're a third of the way there. We're gonna keep grinding it up. But like I said, you want to be a part of this futures funded account program. It's genuinely the cheapest. Like, I get asked all the time, hey, I've got 300 bucks. How do I spend it? I think the best way to spend it is like in one of these funded account programs, because I think this is going to teach you. It's going to give you more bang for your buck than any of those other things, and it's going to teach you how to be a better trader, and you have the potential to actually be funded as a prop trader. And I think that is gold for experienced traders that might not have the capital to really get funded like me, but are still good traders that can build accounts and grow accounts and have profitable systems and strategies. And I think these type of funded account programs give them a tool and a way to actually get that funding that they need. Because I'm excited to get funding in futures, because I've been having to push a little bit harder than I normally do in futures. And so once I'm actually funded, I'll be able to take small gains and just make hopefully 500 plus a week trading futures. And I get to keep 85% or 80% of my profits at the profit split. So they fund you, like once I'm going to be funded, it's going to be a 50K funding. So they're going to give me 50,000 to trade with in an account. And I get to keep 80% of my profits. And so if I make, if I make 2,000 bucks, I get to keep 100. I get to keep 1,600, in profit. And so, solid. And like I said, you want to be a part of it. Check out this link. Yes, we can see your message, R.
Holy crap! Holy crap!
What?
Oh.
What happened?
Oh, Zach.
SNSS? Oh,
SCKT. Oh my god.
Loss?
I'm only up $8 on the day.
Oof, that hurts.
Dude, I did not. Oh my god.
Yeah, these are the worst case scenarios, man.
So people ask me, how do you not get caught in a flush, right? And very often I won't get caught in a flush, right? But there are days where I do get caught in a flush, right? Like this one. My entry price, by the way, if you want to look at where I entered, was 341. And actually, it's back up to my entry now, but I couldn't keep holding. I like rationally couldn't keep holding there, because if that went into a halt and gapped down, then I'm over, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I have to hold, because at that point we were reaching like we're gonna like halt,
Right.
So I entered at 341 and I sold at 329, right?
Right.
On 600 shares. So I like, what is that? I don't know. I'm still up on the day $8, and that's why I can get caught in a flush very rarely and still like make money. Like, because again, that right there is the worst type of trade I'll ever be in. Like, this is as
Worst
bad
case
as it gets.
scenario.
Yeah, that right there was like the worst type of scenario I ever have when I'm trading. And it just happened like right now, and that is my live reaction.
Yeah.
That is my live reaction to when it happens, is just, oh my gosh. Yeah, that was painful. I'll definitely say that, but you can't always avoid it, because as like today I was 100% accuracy until that trade. So now
It
I'm
happens.
but at the end of the day, we're still green, and I think after a trade like that, I'm really considering whether I want to continue trading or just walk away with $8 profit, because I am flustered. Like when something like that happens, holy man, that was something. I'm still a little bit shocked.
Yeah, Gary. So Gary's asking, your affiliate link shows 150 for the funded 30K. Yeah, there's 20% off of that, so it's going to be like 130. I think that's right. Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be 130 bucks is what it's going to be. If you go to checkout, that is. And trust me, I used my own affiliate link when I signed up, because they actually told me I could. And so,
But yeah, we just went from $85 profit to $8.
Man, that's not too bad. I mean, you listen, you're green. Green's not bad.
Barely. Barely. Hanging on by a thread. That was very rough. I'm still, wow.
Yeah.
Ouch. That was like a big candle. Wow. It literally dropped by like $1, man. Wow.
I'm probably gonna hang it up, guys. I don't see anything. It's past 11 o'clock market time. I'm green in everything today. I'm green in penny stocks. I'm green in futures. We broke the 1K. Like I said, I told you guys I was breaking 1K today, and I broke it. I'm at $51,003.50. But yeah, I get a lot of people
today too at $8.
Hey, green is good, bro. Yeah. But a lot of people are asking me what this system is about, and like I said, this right here is all you need to know about if my system is profitable or not. Really, we can even do with fees, right? This is what you need to know right here. This is my system. Like, that's what it gives me, right? And it's profitable for sure. And so this weekend, I'm going to be actually breaking down a video. I actually showed Eric the thumbnail of the video, but this is the video that I'm posting tomorrow morning. It's going to be tomorrow morning. The video I'm posting is going to break down like the exact system I'm using, like exactly what I do and like what I look for, how I plan for it, what I see, the nuances behind it, so forth and so on. And so be on the lookout for that video. If it's your first time here and you want to kind of see that video, hit the subscribe button now, click the bell, turn on notifications. We definitely appreciate all the support we can get. Y'all also go check out Eric's channel. Let me grab that link for you real quick, Eric. But yeah, y'all go check out Eric's channel right in the description. We have Eric's link, but I'll post it right here as well. Great trader. Yeah, there you go. He's on it.
I have your stream open, so
yeah.
It's right there.
But no, great trader, super talented, a lot of great trades. Don't listen to the nonsense from people in the chat. He documents his whole journey. You can see, even when he loses, he tells you about it. He didn't have to tell us he lost there. He could have just said, yeah, I'm up 86. But he's transparent, and he tells you that he's losing if he does lose. But it's a profitable system, and like we said earlier, numbers don't lie. And so, a lot of dope content on his channel. Y'all go subscribe. There's the link in the chat. Also, the World Series of Day Trading starts pretty soon here in the next 2 weeks or so. I think it starts on November 3rd or 4th. And so if you want to be on my team, only people outside of the U.S. unfortunately can be on my team. So if you're in the U.S., I can't compete in it either, unfortunately. I'm kind of bummed out about it. But if you're not in the U.S. and if you're in Mexico or Europe or Canada, you can still be in the World Series of Day Trading. It is a completely free trading competition, so it doesn't cost anything. There's literally no downside, in my opinion, to the World Series of Day Trading. You might as well try it. They give you a demo account to trade with for a week, and the top 10 traders on my team, I think, if it's as long as it's the same as last time, win free trading packages. And I'm pretty sure my team is going to be noticeably smaller, considering that people in the US can't sign up anymore, and we're really a US-based channel. And so with all that said, if you're not signed up on my team, if you live outside the US, you might want to do it, because I doubt my team's going to be extraordinarily huge or anything like that, which just gives you more chances to win free packages. Completely free, doesn't cost you anything. And so if you want to check that out, if you want to join my team, here's the link. Go ahead and click that link, join my team, and we'll have some fun with it. Hey, well, hit me up, VWAP. Hey, message me on Discord, brother. Here's my Discord link if anybody. Like I said, I need a thumbnail artist, bro. I need a thumbnail artist. No offense to the guy from Fiverr, but it's just not the quality I need, and I'm not gonna say who it is or anything like that. But yeah, I tried to buy one on Fiverr. It's just not the quality I need. I just need better quality, team. So if you know somebody, and like I said, no offense to anybody here. Like, you guys can see my channel. Like, I make all the thumbnails for my channel, and so I know how to make thumbnails. But like, even with me, even my thumbnails, which I think are good, I need a notch up in quality, even for my own. And so if you're like a super good thumbnail creator, that's what I need right now. And so if you want to hit me up about that, here's my Discord. And you want to say anything else, Eric, before we close it down?
Hit that like button. It was really fun being on stream. We had a killer day until that last trade. So what can you do? 8 for 9 winning trades, but I'm probably gonna wrap it up here. I mean, it's a Friday. Every single day this week was green, so I didn't make my $500 weekly goal. I think at this point I'm gonna be finishing unironically at $420 profit, like in that area.
Everybody's favorite number.
$420 for the week, which, I mean,
It's solid.
It ain't much, but it's something.
Nah, man, that's almost that's $100 a day, bro. That's good. Like that's my goal as a trader. If I can make $100 a day just with my trading, I'm good. Like I got enough income streams, and you will too, man. I know you're young. Once you start to be a pro trader, you're gonna find other business opportunities to get into. I'm sure your YouTube is gonna pop off, and so you know you're doing it right, I think, brother. But yeah, guys, that's it for the day. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Y'all go sub to Eric's channel, and we'll see you guys later. Have a good day, team.
See you guys.